this game with an overall season record of 3 wins, 5 losses, and they're coming off a loss at home against district opponent Shelby Valley, and the score in that one last week was 62-20. West Carter coming into this one at 1-7. I mentioned both teams are 1-3 in the district. Head coach Daniel Barker in the Comets. They're coming off a loss last week as well. They were on the road at Martin County, and the final score of that game was 48-0. We got clear skies here tonight, a beautiful evening for football, Friday night football, and we're going to step out and take our first break of the evening here, and then Jeff and I will be back, and we'll talk about some stats and some analysis here on the pregame show, and we're going to have a word from West Carter head coach Daniel Barker, so look forward to that. It's homecoming night here tonight at West Carter, so that's a little bit of added flavor to the evening anyway, so we'll have an extended halftime. Got a whole lot of football yet to come. Both teams out on the field, getting warmed up, and we're looking forward to bringing you the action. So we're going to step away, take a break, and Jeff and I will be back in just a moment here on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now with ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
And we're back here in Olive Hill. We're going to step out and we've got a pre-recorded interview from Coach Daniel Barker as the national anthem is played. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network. Back in West Carter, we're now joined by West Carter's head coach. Coach, coming into this one, homecoming game, how do you feel about homecoming games?
We like homecoming. You know, I'm a millennial, so I'm probably different than a lot of the old school coaches. I know a lot of coaches always feel like it's a distraction, and I've always felt like the more distracted a high schooler is, usually the better they play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the craziest thing. You know, these boys will play video games, do homework, and talk to a girl all at the same time while eating dinner. You know, it's a good distraction. It's fun. You know, we have needed a good week here at our school, you know, not just our team, just our community in general.
Sure.
So it's come at a really good time, and it's kind of let our kids kind of enjoy the week and have some fun.
Yeah. Coach, what do you know about, obviously you know a little bit about East Ridge. They're a district opponent. You play them every year. What can you tell us about them this year?
They've got real good skill. Their quarterback's really good. You know, they've got some good receivers. Their running backs, if they're both healthy.
Sure.
They're good. You know, skill-wise, they match up with you know, really just about anybody on our schedule. So, we've got our hands full. We're going to have to tackle well and if we do that, you feel like you give yourself a chance to win the ball game, and if we don't do that, it could be a long night.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, and you kind of already answered my next question. What are the keys to a win?
Defensively, we got to keep the ball in front of us. I feel like if we can make them have to drive the ball on us, that we can manufacture stops. It's hard for high school teams to go on a 10 or 12 play drive.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're going to have penalties or false starts or fumbles. Just the stuff that you have in football. And then offensively, we move the ball every week. We've got to finish drives. And I can't really remember a game this year. Even against Raceland, we moved the ball, but we were not, we just haven't finished the deal enough. So, hopefully we will tonight. We've almost got a full season in. So, there's the youthful excuse is not one that we can use anymore. All of our guys have played a lot of football.
Coach Barker, thank you, sir.
Go Comets.
Yeah, I took the words out of my mouth. Go Comets. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
And we're back here in Olive Hill. Chauncey Griffith, Jeff Owen, so glad to have you along as homecoming night here in Olive Hill. The West Carter Comets taking on the East Ridge Warriors. And in Class 2A football here, District 8 football in the state of Kentucky, and looking to be a pretty good contest. And from what I can tell, two pretty evenly matched teams. They've got several common opponents, and I was able to look over those throughout today. Shelby Valley, a common opponent, a district opponent. Both teams with losses to Shelby Valley. Both teams with wins over Bath County, pretty convincing wins. West Carter 50-6 defeated Bath County back on September 30th, and then East Ridge defeated Bath County 50-20 2 weeks ago. Prestonsburg, another common opponent. Both teams lost to them, and both teams lost pretty convincingly to Martin County as well. Both teams' only district win is over Bath County. West beat them here at home, and Eastridge beat them away. And then Eastridge has 2 other wins on the season. That was an August 19th home win over Wagoner, 40-34, and then back on September the 2nd, they also defeated Betsy Lane. That one was on the road, 54-35. The tail of the tape, it looks something like this. West Carter at 1-7, 1-3 in the district. Eastridge at 3-5, 1-3 in the district. West Carter averaging 13.375 points per game. Eastridge averaging 32.5 points per game. Defensively, West Carter giving up 38.25 points per game. Eastridge also giving up 38.125, so pretty evenly matched there on the defensive side of the ball in 8 games this season. On the ground, West Carter averaging 139 rushing yards a game. Eastridge averaging 237. In the air, though, a little bit lopsided in the favor of Eastridge. Passing yards or something like this. West Carter averaging about 80 yards in the air per game. Eastridge averaging 196 yards in the air per game. As I mentioned, this is homecoming. And if you're watching on the stream, you'll see both teams out in the middle of the field, captains out there for the coin toss. Coach Daniel Barker out there, and Eastridge Coach Donnie Burdine out there as well. Burdine's a name you'll hear quite often here tonight. His son, I believe, is the quarterback, and a pretty good one at that. And we'll talk more about that here in just a few moments. As Coach Barker mentioned there in the pregame interview, one thing he does know about Eastridge is they have a pretty good skill group, led by Dylan Bodine under center. He's thrown 185 passes this year, completed 113 of them for 1,573 yards. He's averaging 1.8 touchdowns in the air this year. He's also one of the team's leading rusher, averaging 75 yards a game and a touchdown a game as well. We're going to step out, take one more break, and then when we return, we'll be back for kickoff here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
State Senator Robin Webb wishes the best of luck to all involved in football games this season. The players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. Your State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on and off the field, and will always strive to put our youth and adults first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Have fun, play hard, be safe in all your games this season. From your State Senator Robin Webb.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
We do apologize for the silence. We were having some technical difficulties, and that's why I said Jeff's the man. He was able to get us squared away, and now he's with us.
Nothing like thinking on your feet.
That's right, yeah. You're good at it, I'll tell you that. I was standing here scrambling. So East Carter out on offense first and ready to rock and roll here. And Jeff, you're a West Carter aficionado, I guess you would say. What do you think we can expect here early on?
Well, taking a look at between these two different teams, I mean, first of all, West Carter, they're going to try to get it on the ground, but they have been experimenting with the passing play a little bit more here lately.
Okay.
So that's going to be something that we may want to take a look at. Eastridge, taking a look at them, they're a passing team. And so we should be seeing an air raid attack on their end.
Yeah, I think there's that's no stretch of the matter. The handoff goes up the middle, and it's Cole Crampton, and he finds some room to run, shakes off one tackle across the 40, down to the 30, and almost down to the 25-yard line. I'm going to say the 26 is where he's brought out. No, it's at the 25, so a huge pickup on first down.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's a way to start the game. That's the way that you want to have the game started out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get the ball in Cole Crampton's hands and get some production. That's going to be the big thing right there, is getting the production out of him, because in games past he hasn't quite had that. But of course, that a lot of that's with a lot of injuries and everything else with this front, with the offensive line.
Right.
They're having to re-identify who they are.
Yes, sir. So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line of Eastridge. That's where we'll set up. Kellback takes the handoff. He heads off to Crampton again. Goes left side, bounces off a would-be tackler. Still not down inside the 10. Oh, fumble. All knocked away. And
they are going to say he is down.
Okay.
I see the official pointing down. So,
okay.
So I thought that was going to be devastating.
Yeah.
He almost gets in for 6 and then ends up losing it. But they are going to say that he was down by contact. And so it's going to be first down there for West Carter, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yes, a 22-yard pickup there, 62 yards on 2 carries so far for Cole Crampton. And West Carter inside the 5 and about the 3-yard line, and knocking on the door of that end zone early on here. Kellback in the pistol, takes the snap, hands off to Crampton again. He cuts, and in the end zone he goes for touchdown number 1 here this evening with 10:49 to go in the first quarter.
And you can't beat that. Three plays and a touchdown. Things are looking pretty good. And as you said, in the pregame, this is what they need to have because this is an important game, because win or lose is going to depend on who's going to be in the playoffs and who's not.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly. So it looks like I do see the kicker out there. At first I didn't see it. It looked like the offense was still out there. So we're going to see a PAT here. West Carter with a chance to add one more on. It looks like Martin out there. That's Wyatt Martin, freshman place kicker. Does a great job for West Carter. And he's going to try to add one more. The kick's up. I think somebody got a hand on it. It's no good. So 6-0. That's where the score is going to stay with 10:49 to go in the first. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
When you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions.
And we're back here in Olive Hill, West Carter High School, and Eastridge is going to take over right about, I believe, the 24-yard line. Decent kick there. It went inside the 15, and it was brought out to about 9 yards, I think, 10-yard maybe return. And Eastridge is going to take over for their first offensive series here on the right hash from the 24-yard line. Quarterback Dylan Burdine, the son of head coach, Coach Burdine, and it's going to be a handoff on first down. The ball's going to go to Isaiah Adkins, and he's got some room to run. A big pickup here on first down. He gets it all the way from the 24 to about the 42-yard line, so an 18-yard gain here on first down.
Yeah, nice little pickup there. Nice little pickup there for East Ridge. As did a little bit of shake and bake around the middle. And,
yeah.
And I have a feeling that we may be seeing this kind of plays multiple times here tonight by both teams.
Barring any unforeseen, of course, we've got the extended halftime, but it looks like we're going to see some ground and pound here out of both teams. Like you said, though, Eastridge with the capability of the pass as well. Adkins that takes the handoff, he's hitting the backfield, gets it off tackle to the right, and maybe picks up 2 yards on second down. Or on first down, makes it second down. So second down and about 8 yards to go for the Warriors. And Jeff, defensively, West Carter, they've got the pieces. It just depends on. It's kind of like they're hit and miss. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, you're talking about you got a lot of young players down there.
Exactly.
And going from middle school 1 year to all of a sudden to getting into high school. As there's a rush there by Eastridge as he is off to the 30 and finally pulled out right around the 15-yard line. So that's going to be a first down there for Eastridge.
A 29-yard pickup there on second down. And that gets them down in the red zone inside the 10, or right about the 10. That's where they'll I'm sorry, that's the 15.
Yeah, right at the 15-yard line. And you got to think, West Carter got down the field in 3 plays, and Eastridge now in 2 plays, currently right now in the red zone.
Burdine takes the snap. It's going to be a pass. He sprints out to his right, finds an open receiver in the flats, and a touchdown will be credited to him from about 15 yards out. Making the catch there was Stephen Todd Lane. That was his first catch of the evening, and he goes down for a 15-yard touchdown. And he made the grab, made a move, and he was in the end zone that quick.
Yeah, that was a great pass. West Carter, trying to go kind of spread out the defense there on the end, and he was covered there.
Yeah.
A little bit further back, but he had a great effort to put in to get it in for the 6th there for Eastridge.
So
they're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah. Burdine steps out, finds an open receiver in the end zone. This time it is
good.
Yes, sir. Isaiah Adkins makes the catch, so that makes it 8-6 and puts Eastridge on top here with 9:19 to go in the first quarter. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
And we're back here at Olive Hill. The kick goes out of bounds. It's caught by somebody over there, but out of bounds. and that means West Carter's going to take over at their own 35-yard line offensively for their second series of offense. The first one ended up pretty well, 3 plays, 65 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, it was unusual that you take a look at it. Both teams, just about fell materially, but both teams ended up with 3 plays, taking it down the distance. Eastridge a little bit more yardage. I think they started right around the 20-some yard line, and so it's going to be almost it's like a mirror right now, and so it's like the kickoff over again because the first kickoff was out of bounds.
Yeah.
West Carter started off right in the same location here as they did in the first thing, so we'll have to see if they're going to hand it off to Crampton again and see if they can keep on pushing it up the middle.
I'd say there's a good shot as back takes the snap, hands it off to Crampton. He makes a move, gets it out, about a 3-4 yard pickup here on first down. A decent little gain there on first down.
Yeah, that was all Crampton's effort right there. He had the gap that's through there, but Eastridge, they had the players, right in there as well, on the defense. And so they knew that it was going to be coming in probably to Crampton, especially after that last series that they had.
And it's that second, third, fourth effort from Crampton that seals the deal.
Exactly. Get you those extra yards, and, every yard's going to count here tonight.
Yes, sir. As Kell back in the gun. This time we got trips to the left, the short side of the field, but another handoff goes to Crampton. He cuts it back across the field, across midfield, down to the 40, 30, and he's knocked out of bounds right about the 21-yard line. So 36-yard pickup here on third down.
Yeah, you can't be that. That's about the second time that they've had that sweep out to the right there, and both times, huge play.
And Jeff, by my calculation, so unofficially, that carry put him over 100 yards in 5 carries here in this ballgame.
And, if you take a look at the previous games and everything else, he's been struggling here. I think he maybe had 50 yards in the last game.
Sure.
So he's already doubled up his production. Of course, tough game, on the road down toward Martin County.
Back takes a snap, handoff goes to Crampton. He's going to take it off tackle left side, and a big gain here on first down. Not enough for another first down, but a pickup of about 8.
Good effort there. Just keep moving forward. That's the whole name of the game. When we were here, and the last time, it seemed like backwards was the direction that they were heading in. And now, so far they have not had a loss just yet in their first possession or right now in this possession.
That's right. That's the name of the game offensively. March forward. The pickup was a 5, so we got second down and 5 yards to go here. As back takes a snap, hands it off to Crampton again. Great move there as he crosses the line of scrimmage, and a spin move after that avoids the would-be tacklers, gets it down about, we'll say about the 16-yard line, so it's going to be third down and 1.
Yeah, good effort there once again. And, of course, these two teams are pretty much evenly matched here.
They are. They really are.
And, both teams, they're 1-3 in the district right now.
Yep.
And, right now it's bragging rights, being able to get out there, of course, pick up the second win, but also to head on to the playoffs. And
sure.
I'm sure both teams have been really pushing hard this week during practice, trying to, West Carter obviously trying to protect against the pass, and East Ridge, trying to protect against the run, but West Carter's been doing pretty good.
We've got a pass play this time, and it's caught by a wide open number 8 out there in the flats, and he's going to bring it across the line of scrimmage.
Taper Tackett.
Yes, I was looking at my roster there. By my calculation, that might be his first catch of the season, Jeff.
They've kind of struggled in the tight end position there for a little bit. And they had a really good tight end a few years ago that they went to on a regular basis. And then, of course, for the last couple of years, they've been really relying on the backs to get things done. But now, with Tackett, coming in, he's a freshman. He's going to be doing a great job out there, and I have a feeling he'll be getting some more looks.
And a touchdown goes to West Carter on a Cole Crampton handoff from 5 yards out. So that's touchdown number 2 for him. And that's going to put West Carter ahead 12-8 here, and a chance to add some more points on it. I don't see any personnel changes, but I anticipate the offense might stick around here.
I have a feeling that that's probably going to be the case because obviously East Ridge went down and picked up 2 on the first one. So, right now West is kind of behind the 8 ball in that case.
Yes, sir.
Where the kick was tipped there. And it looks like they are going to be going for it, here for the 2-point conversion. And it looks like back is in the shotgun. He's rolling out to his right. Continue to roll, finally throws it and gets it over top the head there of Crampton.
He had an open receiver, but he was on the move. The pass was, as he was running it, just out of his reach. But that touchdown puts West Carter back in the lead, 12-8 with 6:17 to go here in the first quarter. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Real, authentic Mexican menu items. You want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenham, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
And Wyatt Martin out for the kickoff here as West Carter just punches another touchdown in. That's their second one here in the first quarter, 12-8 the score. The kick's in the air. It drops right about the 20-yard line, takes a bounce, and that's where it's going to be fielded. Returner there getting it up in the middle of the field. That is Gabe Mullins, and he brings it out to about the 25, 26-yard line. We'll wait to see where the spot is, but anyway, that's where West Carter will... that's where Eastridge will take over. So about a 10-yard return there. And,
yeah, that little spin move that he put out there gained him at least an extra 3 yards on the play because he went straight up the gut, up the middle. West Carter was there, and then he just kind of rolled off him for a few extra yards.
Right. Just some scores to update with from around the area. We got one right now. East Carter 7, Russell 6. That's with 6:24 to go in the first.
So that's definitely going to be another big game there. Of course, Russell needing to get a victory. On the scoreboard there. I know the fans are calling for it and everything else. Of course, East Carter, dropping a district game last week, to Greenup County.
Yes, sir. Ball handoff goes to Adkins on first down here for Eastridge, and he's going to get it out. Gave about 5 yards off tackle to the right, to the big side of the field. The ball was on the left hash, and he tried to find some room to run. And I said 5, make that about 7 yards here on first down. That carry there, that was his fourth carry of the ball game. He's got 56 yards in those 4 carries, and it's now second down and 3 yards to go for Eastridge.
As we was talking, I have a feeling this is definitely going to be a high-scoring event here today.
Yeah, we were talking about that at break, and I don't think that's any stretch of the imagination.
Well, I mean, West Carter, on the first possession scored in 3 plays. Eastridge on their first possession scored in 3 plays.
Right.
We still got 5:25 here left to go, and we're still putting points up on the board.
And a tackle in the backfield. The handoff was made there, but just kind of winning the battle up front was West Carter there on a design blitz. That was Connor Green who made the tackle itself, but a couple of the interior D linemen back there as well. And the pressure was on, so that makes it third down and we'll say about 6 yards.
Yeah, about 5-6 yards right in that middle point there. And I believe that's the first play for a loss that we've had here today.
For either team, yes, sir. 4:52 to go, clock running in the first quarter. We've got a 2-by-2 set, I believe, and taking the snap is Burdine. He sprints out under pressure, and he's going to throw it away over toward his own sideline, and that's going to make fourth down, which is another first. We haven't had a fourth down yet in this ball game either, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we even had a third down too much. Usually they've been getting through in 1 or 2 downs.
You're right. So I anticipate we'll see a punt here. I don't know that being in their own territory, I don't think this is 4-down territory for Eastridge. I don't see any personnel change, though.
No, West Carter's not putting anybody really back there, and Eastridge, of course, they're moving over to the far side of the field.
Yep.
But, they're spreading it out. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yes, sir. Ball's on the right hash, and a motion out of the backfield makes it trips to the right, to the short side of the field, and we've got a short punt there from the quarterback. And it's going to land about the 35-yard line. Taking Eastridge bounce and bounce down to about the 30-yard line. That's where West Carter will take over. So they lined up in their offense, and the quarterback punted it.
Well, not a bad little decision because you got to think West Carter's been putting Cole Crampton on the return team.
You got it.
And, Cole Crampton's already got 100 yards here in the first quarter.
Yes.
And you don't want him to get the ball and have an open field already.
You see those rugby-style punts a lot of times when there is a true danger of a punt return for a touchdown, and Cole Crampton is that guy.
Yeah, it's definitely not the person that you want to be having, or having across the line, especially with a good 10 to 20 yard free run, to build up some speed.
Back in the gun, he's going to hand it off to Crampton here on first down. He's trying to find somewhere to run and just not able to find anywhere. I think the play was designed up the middle, and he bounced it outside. Just too many defenders in his face. It's going to go down as the first loss loss of yards, I should say, for East Carter offensively here tonight.
Yeah, it's tough. East Ridge, West Carter, we want to call this an East-West game.
Yeah, I know, yeah. They even kind of look like East Carter out there.
But yeah, it looks like he lost about 4 on the play, so it's going to be second down and 14 here for the Comets.
Clock still rolling, under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter here as Kell back out of the gun. We got motion from left to right and a fake handoff to Jet, and another handoff goes to Cole Crampton. He marches ahead he picks up what he lost and gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, third down.
Yeah, you'd like to see a little bit more, but at least if you can get back in within that 10 yards,
sure.
That's kind of where you want to be at. He may be just a fuzz outside of that, maybe about a few inches short there.
Yeah.
But at least gets him down to third down and 10, and this is the first third down here for the Comets here today.
Yeah, sure is. As the clock rolls down, almost to 3 minutes to go here in the first, and the ball's over shaded toward the right hash. It looks like we'll have a 2-by-2 set here as Kell back in the gun, Cole Crampton offset to his right, and Cole going through his cadence takes the snap. He's going to drop back and throw here on third down.
He tucks it.
Yes, sir.
Off with it. He's got some green grass there.
Takes off down that East Ridge sideline, and he gets really close to a first down. I don't think there's any question that was a first down. Yeah. So he picked up about 11 yards there on third down, and that's going to move the chains. A fresh set of downs for West Carter.
Yeah, definitely a momentum builder. West Carter, in the years past, they've not been known for their passing.
Right.
They've had to kind of go to it a little bit more this year. But you got to think East Ridge. What do they probably take a look at, to challenge their offense is a pass defense.
Sure.
And so West Carter's going to have to dig back into that running offense, which they have and have been successful.
Yes, they have. So we've got a heavy set here. 2 receivers in tight to the left side. Another handoff goes to Crampton, and he's gobbled up in the backfield. Just nowhere to run there, and a pretty big loss here on first down. We'll say a loss of around 8 yards. That's going to make it second down and 18.
Smart idea, but I guess the execution just wasn't quite there. East Ridge was definitely there, ready to pick him up because had he been able to shake that tackle, he had some green grass over here on this side.
Oh yeah, everybody was in the box. We had a bunch formation on the left, and only one wide out to the right, which was the short side of the field. So there was definitely room to run there. Back in the gun here, we got 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. So a 2-by-2 set here, two receivers to the short side of the field.
Timmy Fields in motion.
Yes, sir. And a handoff is going to go to Cole Crampton as he marches ahead, a gain of about 5. So that'll make it third down and about 13 yards to go. That's carry number 12 for Cole Crampton. He's got unofficially about 115 yards on those 12 carries.
Definitely something that he's going to be looking forward to on there, because if you take a look this season, he's been averaging out 88 yards per game. He's got 8 touchdowns on the season before this.
Sure.
And now tack on 2 more. So he's gotten into double digits now on the season.
And we're just in the first quarter. Down under a minute and a half to go, right at 1:20 to go here. And we got 2 backs in the backfield this time, Crampton and Dylan Dean. And Dean's going to go in motion as back takes the snap, drops back to pass, and finds a receiver over the middle, but it's just out of his reach. Timothy Fields, if he would have made the catch there, he was off to the races.
Absolutely. He had his man beat, and, it was a good throw.
Yeah.
Just right to him, and I think he might not have been fully expecting it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
because he was there, and I think he turned around and was like, oh, there it is, and I can actually get that. And he got a hand on it.
What we did see there, though, was a little glimpse of the arm strength of Kel Back. That was a pretty ball. Got it out across the middle of the field, but just not able to haul it in. So that's going to be 4th down now and about 13 yards to go. And are we going to see a punt? I think so.
I think so, because Cole Crampton usually has been the punter here for West Carter. You got 2 staggered out in the back for Eastridge. Looks like you got number 2 back there. That's Dylan Burdine. Actually, now he's coming up.
A line drive punt's going to drop at about the 30-yard line. It's fielded by Burdine, bobbled by him, and he's able to get on it about the 32. So no return, but they did keep the football after the receiver bobbled it there. And that's where they're going to set up here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, definitely a dangerous play there by Burdine, not being able to cleanly pick that up.
That's right.
As West Carter was barreling down on him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if they were about half a second earlier, it would have been West Carter ball.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. I mean, if I was in his shoes, that's a you have to have a lot of presence of mind to be able to remember the football when you've got these big maroon jerseys coming right at you.
Exactly. I mean, he's used to having people as the quarterback, after him, as they're going to go for a sweep this time. Drugged down there. I think that was by number 1, and we're going to get a penalty.
Yep. And the flags are thrown late. That was Atkins on the carry, and a pickup of about 7. But the flags there, 2 flags thrown late, and I'm going to wait to see what we got there.
It's going to be a horse collar there.
Okay. That makes sense because it was thrown as the tackle was being made. So, is that Jeff? Is that
I believe that's a 15-yard penalty.
I thought so. Yeah. You're the expert when it comes to that stuff.
It's been a while since I've studied my rule book, but I know it's definitely a personal foul, and usually those personal fouls are 15 yards, and that does put them in Comet territory.
Yep.
Right on the 45-yard line.
And that was actually Jeff, the first penalty of the ball game for either team.
Yeah, minus the flags for the illegal procedure on the kickoff.
That's right. Yeah.
And it looks like Burdine's going to take it himself over toward the far end of the field. And he's going to pick up, it looks like, about 3 on the play.
That's what Coach Barker was talking about in the pregame interview when I talked to him. And even off air, we talked more about it. Burdine he's a danger in the air. He's a danger on the ground. He's the definite leader of this offense. He just showed right there that he's capable of moving on the ground as well.
Well, I mean, if you take a look at his stats last week, he was I misspelled his name on the screen here, but yeah, he was the leading rusher last week. They only had had 11 attempts, 59 yards.
Wow. Hey, we're going to and also threw for I think over 100. Anyway, we're going to step out, take a break, because that's the buzzer you just heard in the background means after 1 quarter of play, your score: West Carter 12, Eastridge 8. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also, be sure to check out our daily lunch specials: wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports. At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
And we're back here at Olive Hill. And Jeff, as we run the break there, I was looking at my stats. West Carter offensively, 15 plays in the first quarter, 136 yards. 12 of those plays were Cole Crampton carries for 115 yards.
Yeah, definitely they're going to be relying on him quite a bit here tonight. as it looks like number 13 is going to be taking off with the sweep, and finally brought down there by Dwaylon Dean, number 32.
That was Adkins on the carry there, and he's another one. He's another one of the skill guys for Eastridge that can really make stuff happen.
He is their leading rusher.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Last week, obviously, it was Burdine was the leading rusher, but overall, taking a look, he averages out 69 yards again. I'm looking at receiving there. Sorry about that.
And 69 receiving,
118 yards with 13 touchdowns on the year. So
there you go.
Definitely the leading rusher there for Eastridge.
Burdine takes the snap, looks to his right, a little screen play over to the right side. It goes to Howell, and he's going to bring it across the first down marker and down to the 30-yard line. I see a flag there thrown late.
Yeah, it was thrown on this near side of the field. I'm not for sure if that's going to be like a holding call or possibly even could be even an offensive or no, it's going to be on the defense pass interference.
Okay.
Or that was the early indication.
Wait and see what he,
offensive.
Wow. No wonder Eastridge's coach had his hands up in the air.
Well, I was taking a look, and the white hat, pointed toward Wes Carter.
I saw that too. Yep.
And I was thinking, okay, well, that's pass interference, but no, that was offensive pass interference.
So never mind on the screen play, and that's going to back him up 15 yards from where the pass interference took place at. And that's going to make it third down and a long way to go. Third down and 19 yards.
They were 3rd and 4 on there, and now third down and an extremely long 19 yards.
And Burdine takes the snap. He's under some pressure, able to get out of the pocket, sprints out to his left. Under pressure again, he's going to try to cross the field and just turns loose of the ball. Finds a receiver.
He got him.
Right about the original line of scrimmage. He shakes off one would-be tackler. Another one dodging a few tacklers, crossing field all the way back to midfield. And he picks up about 7 yards there, but he's brought down another flag on this play. You got any idea it was thrown behind the ball? Could it be blocking the back or holding?
I'm going to say probably holding.
Yeah, usually when they're behind the ball like that, it's either holding or blocking the back, I feel like. No.
Legal man downfield.
Okay.
That's another one when the play breaks down.
That's tough. Yep.
Because that play, my goodness, that had to be at least about a 15-20 second play that was going on, and he was just running around back there. Wes Carter had the good defense out there, and they were chasing him down.
Sure. They pursued the football well. The question is here, Jeff, on a flag like that, a legal man downfield. Okay, it looks like Coach Barker declined it because that would be a replay of third down. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it's still 4th and long. Instead of 3rd and 19 here, we're sitting at about 4th and about 13.
Yeah, he ended up picking up 6 yards on it, but definitely something you don't want to get out there and give him another chance, especially knowing how Burdine can scramble out there.
Exactly. So.
And I say they're going in punt formation once again. Quarterback's in a deep.
And we saw that motion out of the backfield last time they punted. Yeah, here comes the rugby punt from Burdine. It's going to cross all the way across the field and take an Eastridge roll to about the 15-yard line. I see another flag here.
Yeah, this was on the side. I'm not for sure if it's going to be encroachment.
Or could it be a sideline warning, you think?
That could be too.
It's thrown over here toward the Eastridge sideline, and the coach is out on the field right now, but he makes his way off.
Well, the White Hat's over there talking to, the referee's talking to Daniel Barker right now.
Yeah.
Eastridge coach holding his hands up once again.
Uh-huh.
And we'll see what they call a legal procedure. It's going to be declined there.
Okay. So first down, Wes Carter. And Eastridge coaching staff not real happy. They had a string of a few penalties there, one right after the other.
Yeah. I think this is the first possession that anybody's had that they have not scored on.
Yeah, you're exactly. Yeah, that's true.
And they've been playing pretty well here in that first quarter. But now, coming in and having these penalties is really hurting them out as they handed off to Cole Crampton this time.
He gets over to the West Carter sideline and still going. What he's shaken off about 3 tacklers and drug about 3 more with him for a first down. Pick up about 13, 14 yards.
Yeah, he drug about 3 people about at least a couple yards out there.
He's a fun player to watch, man.
I mean, at times, it's almost like a pinball.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he will go and instead of absorbing the blow of the tackler, he'll just bounce off of it and roll out.
Yeah. Kind of like an added momentum or something, yeah. That's a pretty good example. He's like a pinball. He really is.
Yeah, and I mean, if he can keep on his feet and keep going, then, he's going to be rolling right on.
Here he goes again. Handoff goes to him, and he's brought down by, I believe, about 7 or 8 defenders after a gain of a couple yards anyway.
And looks like we may be getting a timeout for Eastridge here.
We'll keep it right here, though. I don't want to miss any of the action with 9:25 to go here before the half. Yeah, West Carter leads Eastridge 12-8. Got a couple scores to update you with from around the area. At the start of the second quarter, Clay County 21, McGoffin County 0. Early on in the second quarter, Raceland 7, Paintsville 0. At the start of the second quarter, down in Russell, the score remains East Carter 7, Russell 6. And then with 2:39 left in the first quarter, Ashland 12 and Greenup County 0. And that also gives me the opportunity to remind you that Ashland Community and Technical College has a 12-week online course beginning on October 17th, so just a few days ago. And it's not too late to further your education at ACTC. As the timeout there was called by Eastridge, and they're making their way back out here. West Carter's got the football on their own 42-yard line, moving the football very well here, especially in their first few series, and looking to continue that success here with a 4-point lead, Jeff. And if you're Coach Barker here, what are you telling your team?
Really just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't get too out of whack, because I know that there's been some penalties and everything else.
Yeah.
But don't get sloppy yourself. Keep focused and get the job done.
Handoff goes to Crampton on second down. He tries to get the sideline, not able to do so. A great pursuit there from Stephen Todd Lane. He caught a pass earlier for either caught a touchdown or a 2-point conversion. I can't remember now. He caught the touchdown and making a big play there because he was the one man to beat for Cole Crampton. And if Cole Crampton got the edge, he was off to the races.
Yep, and he's been, in the first 2 series that they've had, he's caught that off the edge. Now, of course, when they were going the other direction on the near side of the field.
Sure.
And they were, of course, Eastridge eventually is going to start blocking that out there and realize that he's wanting to head toward his right.
That's right. So third down and about 8 yards to go, we'll say, here for West Carter as Kell back out of the gun, 2-by-2 set, balls on the right hash. He's under pressure, drops back. He's going to spread out. He gets the edge and gets out of bounds right about the 40-yard line, we'll say. I believe he got enough, though. I think it's safe to say he got enough for the first, and he did. They're signaling first down, West Carter.
First down, Thomas.
Kellback's a pretty efficient guy, too, when it comes to running the football. He's got 3 carries now, a total of 23 yards. And West Carter with a fresh set of downs here. Ball's on the right hash for the Comets.
Well, the good thing about Kellback as well is that he's a young player. I believe he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
And so West Carter's going to have a few more years of, getting more out of him.
That's a good problem to have. You know what I mean? Having a couple more years of Kellback, that's a pretty good problem to have. Handoff there goes to
Crampton once again.
And a pickup of 2 yards on first down. That's his 16th carry, Jeff, in a quarter and another 4 minutes of another quarter.
It's going to be one of those things. He is, he's known for putting up these numbers. I mean, last year, it was nothing unusual to get easily 300 yards.
Yeah.
I think he was averaging out about 200 per game.
Yep.
And, of course, this year, with the injuries and everything else, he's just not had the offensive line there backing him.
Sure.
As he gets the carry there again, I think he may have lost just a fuzz. Be third down now here for the Comets.
I'm I'm putting down no gain because if he did lose something, like you said, it was just a fuzz. So
yeah, they're even keeping it out there on the scoreboard. You know,
Yeah.
they're down an 8, so no loss. If it was an inch.
That's right. Clock rolling down to 7:15. Still rolling here, as no sense of urgency here from the West Carter offense. Just taking their time, getting the play in, and that's the luxury of having the lead. You kind of control the pace.
It is, and especially on a game like this, like I said, it's ground and pound. I mean, when West Carter's thrown a couple passes, they could have had a touchdown off of one of them, but right now they're just taking their time and really using their entire playbook out there today.
As back under pressure, steps out, tries to get it back to the line of scrimmage, not able to. He's going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards here on third down. That'll make it 4th and long.
Yeah, these quarterbacks for both teams, seems like whenever they get back there, they've got somebody's in pursuit.
Right,
and so that's one of those things that they're taking a look and realizing that they've got 4 or 5 of the opposite team heading their way.
Yes, sir. And that goes back to those injuries that you talked about a few minutes ago, Eastridge has got a little bit more experience up there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Has Crampton back to punt, and it looks like we've got
maybe Burdine back there. He was back to receive last time.
You don't see that often, do you? Quarterback.
Yeah, because they're going to take a shot.
Oh yeah. Line drive punt. Burdine fields it after one bounce. He sheds one would-be tackler, and another one crosses field, makes a move back toward the West Carter sideline, gets it out to the 40-yard line, across midfield, got some room to run down the sideline, and he's forced out of bounds right about the 36-yard line of West Carter. So good field position here for the Warriors going in.
And it seems like, these rushes and everything and these open field tackles have been hard for both teams.
Yeah.
Because, with Cole Crampton, he's been able to get some huge plays there tonight.
Sure.
Burdine, great return there off the punt. And I mean, these teams are scramblers.
Oh yeah.
Of course, they know what's on. What's at stake here tonight as well. And so, I mean, they're not going to say, well, let me just take that and we'll, start with a little bit worse field position.
Exactly.
They're going to try their best to get it moved up and put some points on the board, because I'm sure they don't want to go into the half being down to West Carter.
No. I've talked before on the air, and we'll talk about it here in just a second as the handoff goes. This time, I believe that's Dwaylen Dean, who made the tackle. That was Stephen Lane on the carry. That was not Dwaylen Dean on the tackle. Who was that? Anyway, Stephen Lane picks up about 4 yards here on first down. That's his first carry of the ball game. And I think on the tackle there for West Carter, I said Dwaylen Dean, that's number 26. I don't have a 26 on my
That may have been one of those. I know that they had a change of, that might have been Flannery.
It was Nathan Flannery. That's what it was. Yep. What I was saying there a few minutes ago, Jeff, I'll tell you after this play. Fake handoff, and then a real handoff this time goes to Isaiah Adkins up the middle, and he's going to get close to a first down, a pickup of about 6 yards. But going into halftime, and I'm going to say it now before we get close to another play, going into halftime, how big do you feel like having the lead is?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Because, both these teams, they've kind of struggled throughout the year. Eastridge has had a little bit more success, of course, the only teams that they've been playing pretty much identical has been in district play,
right?
In which they're both 1-3.
That's exactly right. And like we talked about, these two teams are so similar. I think any advantage is huge.
Yeah, you want to go in, and at least for that mental state and everything of knowing that you've there, as that's going to be a pass there into the end zone, and that's going to be caught there for a touchdown. Number 3 for Eastridge on the reception.
That's Brad Howell. And a huge reception there. That's his second reception of the ball game. That gives him 2 receptions for 36 yards and a touchdown.
I believe that was a 30-yard touchdown.
Yes, sir. So Eastridge with the answer. That puts them ahead now by 2 points, and I think they're going to try to tack on 2 more with 4:04 to go here before the half.
And he's struggling, and there's a loose ball. Recovered by West Carter, but it's not going to matter. It's incomplete. Or the attempt was no good.
Yes, sir. No 2-point conversion, no good. Score remains East Ridge 14, West Carter 12. Back after this with about 4:04 to go before the half from Olive Hill on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
And we're back here in Olive Hill as the kick is in the air. It's going to go out of bounds. This time it's going to go over toward the East Ridge sideline. And, Jeff, we've seen several kicks out of bounds. First one this direction.
Yeah, East Ridge has not got a kickoff in bounds here tonight.
No, sir.
All of them has been, of course, the illegal procedure, which it's kind of one of those flags that's just out there that they have to do.
Yep.
I think a lot of times they throw it just to mark the spot of the ball where it went out at.
I think it's just a formality. Everybody knows. Ball goes to 35. Brad Howell, the kicker, and also the kid that caught that touchdown pass right there. So with 4:04 to go here before the half, the score is East Ridge 14 and West Carter 12. We're going to get a chance to see another drive here of offense from West Carter. They're going to take over on their own 39. Ball's on the left hash as Back takes the snap, looks to his right. It's going to be a handoff as Crampton gets the edge, and he's off to the races down the West Carter sideline, gets it across midfield, and he's pushed out of bounds right about the East Ridge 40-yard line. I think that's where they're going to spot it at, so a 21-yard pickup here on first down.
Yeah, he definitely got the edge, and, if he would have beat that one man, he was flying down that sideline.
That's right.
So fast he ended up going out on the track. Or in the covered area before the track.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too, Crampton. When he's off to the races like that, when he's running with the jets turned on, if you don't take good pursuit angles, you're not going to catch him. I don't care how fast you are.
Now, and there he is once again. This time, shoestring tackle there by number 22, Braxton Kendrick. That was East Ridge.
Jeff, I believe that was Dwayne Dean on that carry.
Oh, Dean.
Yep.
Yeah, because Crampton's not even.
I think they gave him a little break there. That was Dean's first carry of the ball game.
Well, he did head over toward the offside of the field there, and I'm not sure if he went on the track, so he may have had some blood, possibly on like a knee or something like that.
Okay, so second down, pick up a 3, second down, 7 yards to go here. Kel Back, the man under center. Ball's right at in the middle of the field, 2-by-2 set here, and 2nd and 7 from the 40. It's going to be another handoff to Dean, and he fights his way ahead. A decent pickup there through some traffic on second down, makes it, I'm going to say he picked up about 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 3.
And that was Burdine, the quarterback, on the tackle, and he lowered the shoulder and dropped down the boom.
Yep. And it's not often you see a quarterback who returns punts, but also not afraid to come up and hit you on defense, or he's at least put in that position, and he'll do it.
Exactly. Burdine's almost like Crampton. Crampton's been doing everything this season as well.
Yeah. The snap goes to Back. He's going to hand it off to
Crampton's back in the ball game.
Yeah. Crampton, he tried to get the edge. I don't think he got enough for the first down, but it is going to be close. He picked up a couple, but it's going to really depend on the spot here where he went out of bounds. Nope.
They're going to put him just short.
So pick up a 2 there for Crampton. That was his 19th carry for unofficially 155 yards. So 4th and less than a yard, and the clock's still rolling, down under 2.5 to go. And the West Carter offense still out there. They're huddled up, and I do not anticipate a punt here. I'm not a gambling man, and I'm not going to make any calls, but I think we're going to see a play here.
I say it's going to be Crampton right up the middle.
I think you're right. And I don't think he got it.
No, I think he got tripped up there right at the line of scrimmage.
Stephen Todd laying on the design blitz there through the A-gap and got a hold of his ankle and didn't let go. And that's going to be a turnover on downs here with 2:01 to go.
That's Wes Carter's first time, I believe, with not getting some points up on the board.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
And not what you want to have right before the halftime. No. But that was definitely 4-down territory. I mean, you're right there, right on the 30. And you've got to be able to go for that. And, I mean, with the way Crampton's been running, it's almost been automatic. But, of course, sometimes when it's when they know who it's going to be going to, they're going to be putting everybody in the box.
Exactly. And that's what we saw right there. So with 2:01 to go here, Eastridge takes over with a 14-12 lead and a handoff up the middle this time. And it's going to be, who is that, Jeff?
I did not.
That's Gabe Mullins.
Mullins.
Carry, yep, Gabe Mullins on the carry. And from what I can tell, that might be, is that his first carry of the year? I believe it might be.
He has had 11 rushing attempts for 21 yards on the season.
There we go.
So, he's kind of at the bottom of the, I hate to say that, but he's at the bottom of the rushing list there for.
He's now got 12 for 23. How about that?
Hey, typically if you don't get a lot of reps or anything else, that's what you like to have is any kind of positive yardage.
Yes, sir.
As Burdine's going to keep it on the carry there and gets pushed out of bounds.
He lowered that shoulder, too, when he got around there. And we talked about Crampton being a pinball. Well, Burdine's one of those kids that will just lower his shoulder and get what he can.
Yeah, he's a bulldozer, If you have to go through that, Crampton will bounce off you, but Burdine will just end up going through you.
That's right.
Looked like he picked up about 4 on the play, and so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 here for the Warriors.
Yes, sir. As the clock, I believe it is stopped. I think he did go out of bounds there, so we're stopped at 1:11.
He was trying to go through that defender and ended up going out of bounds. He wasn't brought down inside and went outside. He pretty much almost went out himself.
There you go, a fake handoff and a screen play.
Drops it.
Yeah, and he was wide open. That's Isaiah Adkins over there. And so the clock stops again with 1:08, and it's 4th down, 4th and 4. And is this 4-down territory? I don't know. If I'm Eastridge here, I'm not giving the football, taking the chance anyway of giving West Carter the football back here close on their own, on our side of midfield, and Cole Crampton lined up back there. I'm not doing it.
Exactly, and I think that's exactly what they're doing. You're seeing Burdine lining up right around the 30-yard line.
And there goes that motion. They've done that every time they rugby punt. The running back moves up there to the wing, and the punt's in the air. It's going to drop about the 30 and take a East Ridge roll, now back toward the West Carter direction. I think it's going to be about the 24-yard line. That's where West Carter will set up with 59 seconds to go before the half. And East Ridge with a 14-12 lead.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some time. Of course, you got to think, West Carter on the first possession, 3 plays, got it down the field.
Sure.
It can happen. Like I said, you got under a minute left. I'm sure that they're probably going to maybe throw in a passing play here just to kind of throw them off guard because they know that Crampton's been, hot tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And, they don't want to give him an open field, an open path down the field to easily put in 6.
That's right. I'm with you.
And it looks like West Carter's spreading out 2 on both sides.
Yeah, 2 stack receivers out way wide on both sides. As back takes the snap, it's going to be a handoff to Crampton, who tries to get the edge, and he does so. He's off to the races. He crosses the 40, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds there. And I tell you what, the man who got a hand on him did a great job because there was nobody else back there.
Oh, yeah, he turned on the jets, and he was there, and he just barely got enough hands on him to knock off his path that he was heading in and going out of bounds.
You're right. Ball was on the 23, now it's on the 36, so a 13-yard pickup here. And that was carry number 21 for Mr. Cole Crampton.
As I said last week, of course, I think he got hurt in the game, and so that's where he only had 11 rushing attempts last week. But he's definitely back into his full self here today.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. 2 backs in the backfield, ball's on the right hash. and 2 receivers to the right. Crampton's going to go in motion to the right, and back looks downfield, finds a receiver, but it's off the hands of
number 4 there for Wes Carter.
Yep.
And that's going to be Logan Birds.
And he was visibly kicking himself there on that one, because that was a pretty sure bet of being a touchdown. He was over top. The ball was in perfect place, but just not able to haul it in.
That's the second pass that Wes Carter's had that the receiver was downfield. The speed of Wes Carter, has got to, you got to say something about that, because I mean, their receivers, their running backs, they're beating their men. And that's exactly what you want to see.
Absolutely.
You just got to get, bring in the vacuum and suck that ball in and hold on to it.
Back takes the snap, another handoff. It's going to go to Crampton up the middle this time. He marches his way ahead, gets it almost to midfield, a pickup of about 10 or 11 yards anyway. And I think they're going to either measure it or they're going to go ahead and move the chains.
Oh, wow, okay. I thought they were signaling to stop the clock. I thought they were going to measure. So, but usually on a first down, the officials will stop the clock.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Just to move the chains. Hand off to Crampton again.
Yep. Gets it over toward that Wes Carter sideline and loses his balance. He bounced off a defender and lost his balance there on the sideline. And but it's more than enough for another first down. We've got a whistle and a flag over there on that Wes Carter sideline. It's behind the football. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here.
I'm not sure if this is going to be a sideline warning or anything. I did not see anybody over there. Of course, they were stumbling that way.
Got a hold.
Yep, holding against the Comets, so this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah. So that's 10 yards. Correct me if I'm wrong. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, right?
Yep.
Okay. And got a timeout, Wes Carter, with 26.6 seconds to go, and Eastridge with a 14-12 lead, and a couple scores to update you with from around the area here before the half here at All Field, with 4:14 to go till halftime. Betsy Lane 12, Fairview 0. In the second quarter, in Moorhead, the score Rowan County 7, Boyd County 0. And with 3:50 to go until half, Ashland 12, Greeley County 7. There's some good football games around the area, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a barn burner here, and then but there's a lot of district games on, championships on the line here tonight as well.
You and I were talking about that before we came on the air. There's a lot of games with some big time implications here tonight.
Yeah, because especially with the way that the format is for the playoffs. You join in with your sister district.
Sure.
The 1 seed in one district plays the 4 seed in the other district, and then it goes 2, 3, and then they just kind of flip-flop around there. And so really, the winner here today is probably going to be facing Breathitt County.
Okay.
Because I think they are number 1 in the 7th district in 2A.
Okay.
So that's one of those teams that, I know that they're going to prep for. But that's going to be a tall order, going against Breathitt.
Yeah, Breathitt County historically a pretty decent football program throughout the years. As East Carter here taking over 1st and 10, not taking over, but starting out here after the timeout, 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. Kelback takes a snap, drops back, looking downfield. He's under pressure and just throws it away into some open grass there in the middle of the field, incomplete.
Well, Wes Carter had that penalty, the holding penalty.
Yep.
And really, I guess you can say it hurt him, but not really, because it ended up being a 1st and 11.
That's true. 1 yard,
yeah, because Crampton was right there at the first down marker.
Yeah,
and I guess the hold was 1 yard back from that.
Yeah.
So when they pushed him back, it ended up being a 1st and 11. Of course, now 2nd and 12 here for the Comets.
And here we go. The 2x2 set. The ball's on the right hash. Is back directing some traffic. He's going to send one receiver in motion from left to right. That's Timothy Fields. Looking downfield, is back and finds an open receiver. Places the ball in there just a little bit too far out of the reach of that receiver down the Wes Carter sideline. I think that might be Connor Green.
And number 34 there, Connor Green. Senior for the Comets. He was double teamed. That was a tough throw to get down to.
That's what I was trying to. He put the ball on the line, put it right where it needed to be, just a little bit too far. which is understandable because he was keeping out of the reach of those defenders.
Yeah, because if you threw that short, they would pick six and then, you don't want to pick six, but at least intercept that one.
Yes, sir.
Especially with two defenders on the wide receiver there.
Here we go, third down and about 11 yards to go. Trips to the left as back takes a snap, drops back, throws it to Crampton in the flats. He's going to catch it, march his way ahead down the sideline for enough for a first down. Pickup of about 13 yards, and he's knocked out of bounds, so the clock's going to stop with 9.4 seconds to go before the half.
Yeah, good play there to get the first down. They were in a little bit of trouble third down there, but was able to march it down.
Yep.
It's manageable. West Carter, they may take a shot here at the end zone, on a pass. I mean, they got enough time for at least one pass, and then, possibly then just let Crampton go with it. But, of course, the receivers, haven't been on point here today, but, all it takes is just one.
That's right. And here we go, two backs in the backfield, two receivers to the left, one to the right, as Crampton motions out to the right, deep motion. And back takes it, steps back, throws it in the flats to Timothy Fields, who tries to get it over to the eastern sideline and not able to do so. But a pickup of 5 yards and a timeout with 0.9 seconds to go from West Carter. And the ball is on the 34-yard line. That's how many yards they will need for a first down. So pick up there of 5 yards and 34 yards for a touchdown. And Coach Barker called the timeout.
Yeah, good job by him to get there. Gives you at least one more play.
That's right.
And now it's the decision time.
I know.
Do you go back to Crampton but spread out the field, show and pass, or do you fake it to Crampton and do an RPO? Or throw it out an RPO out there, or kind of see where's my receivers at, because they've got all the time in the world right now if they don't get tackled.
You got to think here. If you're Eastridge, you're playing prevent defense. You're backing everybody off, I would think. But the fact of the matter is, then you got to account for the guy you just mentioned, Cole Crampton. He gets the football. He's a playmaker. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out right here. For sure, there's only going to be one play here.
Exactly. Now, they've been putting Crampton out on the flats for the last couple plays. I have a feeling they may do that again and maybe try to overload here on the near side of the field.
Right.
And kind of have him just as that backup down that way. And if they've got a receiver downfield, they can take a shot there. Looks like they're going to put 3 on this side, one isolated on the other side.
Yeah. 3 receivers over toward the short side of the field. And here we go. As back lines up in the gun, Crampton lines up behind him, takes the snap, drops back. Crampton's going to be a blocker. He throws it downfield and into coverage, goes incomplete. So at halftime here, your score is Eastridge 14, West Carter 12. We're going to step out and we'll be back for the halftime show as well as homecoming here from West Carter High School. Don't go away, back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy. Service you'll find in the Greenup location with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots and, of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message. message.
State Senator Robin Webb wishes the best of luck to all involved in football games this season. The players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. Your State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on and off the field, and will always strive to put our youth and adults first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Have fun, play hard, be safe in all your games this season. From your State Senator Robin Webb.
And we're back here in Olive Hill as homecoming. The festivities getting ready to begin. We're going to have that coverage here on the Cool Hit Sports Network as well as Mantis Sports. And Jeff, as a West Carter guy, teacher in the building, pretty special night here, wouldn't you say?
It is. It's one thing that everyone looks forward to. These seniors, they've seen it 3 other times, and now it's their chance to come out and shine out here. And I have to admit, this group of ladies that's out here, does very well represent West Carter.
Sure.
And I think one of the first few that we're going to have, if I'm not mistaken, there is going to be a French foreign exchange student.
Oh, no kidding.
And that's one. That it's great. To be able to get them involved. She's a cheerleader.
Yeah.
She's a ballerina.
Really.
I was taking a look at their posters down. You got a pretty good representation of West Carter down there. You've got basketball players, cheerleaders, FFA members. Most of them are not specialized in one area. They're in multiple areas. You've got several, as we have the announcer here now getting ready to take over.
Of the 2022 Homecoming Court and the crowning of the Homecoming Queen. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line as we introduce tonight's homecoming candidates. Miss Emma Sophie Balavoine. Emma is the daughter of David and Sophie Balavoine. She is the granddaughter of Louis and Danielle Balavoine and Fernand and Nadege Lejar. Emma is a foreign exchange student from France, spending her senior year at West Carter High School. At West Carter, Emma is a member of the cheerleading squad, girls basketball team, and girls softball team. At home in France, Emma studied dance for 14 years and played girls basketball for 8 years. After high school, Emma plans to return to France to attend college, where she will study international business. Emma is being escorted this evening by her host father, Zach Stevens. Emma's favorite quote is, "Home is where the heart is." Emma would like to thank her parents for the opportunity to spend a year abroad, and the Stevenses for welcoming her into the family. She would also like to thank everyone at West Carter and the class of 2023 for all the memories she has already made with you. Miss Emma Sophie Balavoine. Miss Alexis McClay Bond. Lexi is the daughter of C.E. and Stacy Bond. She is the granddaughter of Joe and Rita Bond and the late Kurt and Phyllis Porter. While at West Carter High School, Lexi has been a distinguished scholar, has received a certificate for excellent attendance 3 years in a row, earned awards in both business management and Algebra 2, was chosen for the 2022-23 Senior Spotlight, and has been awarded the Kentucky Academic Athletic All-State Award in 3 individual sports. Additionally, Lexi was a member of the West Carter girls basketball team for 3 years, the track team for 4 years, cross country for 1 year, and the tennis team for 1 year. Lexi has been a 4-time girls basketball district champion, 4-year All-A champion, district runner-up in girls doubles and tennis, and has participated in the KHSAA state track meet for 3 years. She has received the Kentucky Athletic Academic All-State Award for 3 individual sports. Lexi has been a member of Future Business Leaders of America for 3 years, and a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes for 1 year. Lexi attended Three Pine Free Will Baptist Church. After graduation, Lexi plans to attend Morehead State University, where she will major in pre-dentistry before applying to the University of Kentucky Dental School. Lexi is being escorted this evening by her father, C.E. Bond. Lexi's favorite quote comes from the Book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 14. "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Lexi would like to thank God for this opportunity, her parents for letting her create her own path in life, her brother, Colbug, for always keeping her balanced, and her friends for making life fun. Miss Alexis McClay Bond. Miss Cameron Elaine Burton. Cameron is the daughter of Brandon and Charity Burton, and the granddaughter of Lowell and Wanda Burton, and Mitchell and Ellen Blevins. During her time at West Carter High School, Cameron has been a distinguished scholar and a member of the All-A Honor Roll. She has received an award in humanities and was a Kentucky Academic Athletic All-State recipient twice for 2 individual sports. Cameron was also chosen by her peers as the 2022 Prom Princess. After high school, Cameron plans to attend Bellefonte Academy of Beauty to become a nail technician and work with her mom at Hair by Charity. Cameron is being escorted this evening by her father, Brandon Bergman. Cameron's favorite quote also comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Cameron would like to say thank you to everyone for this wonderful opportunity. She would like to thank God, her friends, family, teachers, and coaches for everything they have done for her, and the class of 2023 for all the amazing memories. Finally, Cameron would like to close with the following words of thanks. Thank you to Brent and Garrett for memories that I will cherish forever. I love you boys. Miss Cameron Elaine Burton. Miss Millie Jo Henderson. Millie is the daughter of Joe and Kate Henderson. She is the granddaughter of BJ and Bob Jones and Lonnie and the late Debbie Henderson. During her time at West, Millie has been a distinguished scholar and member of the All-A Honor Roll for 3 years and has received an award in social studies. Millie has been a student athlete for 4 years, participating in soccer and the 2022 Westie Award-winning girls basketball team, has been a 4-time basketball district champion, and has been to 4 All-A state championships. She has been awarded 2 individual Kentucky High School Academic Association All-State Awards. After high school, Millie plans to attend college to pursue a major in biology and eventually become a pharmacist. Millie is being escorted tonight by her father, Joe Henderson. Millie's favorite quote comes from the book of James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift, every perfect gift comes from above. These gifts come down from the Father, the creator of heavenly lights, and whose character there is no change at all. Millie would like to thank God for this great opportunity. She would also like to thank her family, friends, teachers, coaches, and the class of 2023 for the wonderful memories that she will cherish forever. Miss Millie Jo Henderson. Miss Chloe Lane Lambert. Chloe is the daughter of Tanya Hicks Lambert and Patrick Perry. She is the granddaughter of Dale and Connie Hicks. Like West Carter, Chloe has been a member of the softball team for 5 years, Student Y for 2 years, and Future Business Leaders of America for 2 years. After graduating, Chloe plans to attend Morehead State University to major in art and become an art educator. Chloe is being escorted this evening by Patrick Perry. Chloe's favorite quote comes from author C.S. Lewis. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Chloe would like to thank all of her friends and family for showing her unconditional love and support through anything and everything. Chloe says, "You have made me into the person I am today, and I am grateful for each and every one of you." Miss Chloe Lane Lambert. Miss Brandy Lee McGlone. Brandy is the daughter of Janina McGlone and Landon McGlone. She is the granddaughter of Cody and the late Richard Evans, and the late Emma and Bernard McGlone. During her time at West Carter High School, Brandy has been a member of the A.B. Honor Roll, a member of the varsity cheerleading squad for 6 years, and a member of the softball team for 3 years. After high school, Brandy plans to attend Eastern Kentucky University and pursue a career as a midwife nurse. Brandy is being escorted this evening by her brother, Richard Landon McGlone. Brandy's favorite quote is, "Let your hopes, not your hurts, shape your future." She would like to thank her mom and dad for being her rock, her best friend for always being there when she needs a hug, shoulder to cry on, or a person to talk to. Brandy says, "You have both given me so much, and I'm so grateful for everything." She would also like to thank her brothers for always being there and protecting her at all costs, her sisters for always having her back, making her feel loved, and reminding her to always love, respect, and have confidence in herself. Additionally, Brandy would like to thank Riley and Timothy for helping her through hard times in her life and making her laugh when she didn't want to. Finally, Brandy would like to thank Mr. Huffman for always being there, doing so much for her, and making her into the person she is today. Miss Brandy Lee McGlone. Miss Autumn Hunter Middleton. Autumn is the daughter of James and Alicia Middleton. She is the granddaughter of Cleo and Bonnie Middleton. During her years at West Carter, Autumn has been a distinguished scholar, a member of the A.B. Honor Roll for 3 years, and has received awards in entrepreneurship, business management, and social studies. She has been a member of Future Business Leaders of America for 2 years. She's played soccer for 4 years and was an All-A champion each year she played. Autumn also received the Kentucky High School Athletic Association All-State Award for soccer. After graduating, Autumn plans to attend college to pursue a degree in physical therapy. Autumn is being escorted this evening by her father, James Middleton. Autumn's favorite quote comes from the Book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 45. Blessed is she that believed, for there shall be a performance of those things which were told her from the Lord. Autumn would like to thank her friends and family and everyone else who has been there and supported her in her 4 high school years and shaped her into the person she is today. Miss Autumn Hunter Middleton. Miss Riley Jordan Skaggs. Riley is the daughter of Brittany Christian and Zach Christian. She is the granddaughter of Marie and Daryl Skaggs. While at West Carter, Riley has been an honor roll student for 3 years and a distinguished scholar. She has also been a 6-year member of the WCHS Varsity Cheer Squad, a 2020 and 2021 Regional Co-Ed Cheer Champion, 2019 and 2020 District In-Game Cheer Champion, 2019 and 2020 In-Game Regional Cheer Champion, and 2020 All-A In-Game State Cheer Champion. After graduation, Riley plans to attend college and major in nursing, and eventually become a travel nurse. Riley is being escorted this evening by Tyler Brazington, son of Brianna and Zach Brazington. Riley's favorite quote is, "Do good and good will come to you." She would like to thank her family and friends for all their support and love. She would also like to thank you all for making her laugh and making all her bad days better. Miss Riley Jordan Skaggs. Miss Alyssa Morgan Stone. Alyssa is the daughter of Brian and Leanne Stone and the granddaughter of Dawn and Izetta Stone and Harlan and Jackie Davidson. While at West Carter, Alyssa has been recognized as a distinguished scholar and was chosen for the 2022-23 Senior Spotlight. Alyssa is also actively involved in Future Farmers of America. At this time, Alyssa's post-high school plans are undecided. Alyssa is being escorted tonight by Travis Jones, son of David and Anita Jones. Alyssa's favorite quote comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 26. With God, all things are possible. Alyssa would like to thank all of her friends for giving her this opportunity and all of her family for helping her become the person she is today. Alyssa would like to thank all of her friends for giving her this opportunity and all of her family for helping her become the person she is today. Miss Alyssa Morgan Stone. Miss Olivia Faith Webb. Olivia is the daughter of Paul and Tessa Webb. She is the granddaughter of Reuben and Rose Webb and Dale and Debbie Lewis. While at West Carter, Olivia has been chosen as a member of the 2022-23 Senior Spotlight. She is also a member of FCCLA. Upon graduation, Olivia plans to attend Morehead State University to study radiology science. Olivia is being escorted this evening by her father, Paul Webb. Olivia's favorite quote comes from Marilyn Monroe. A wise girl knows her limits. A smart girl knows she has none. Olivia would like to thank all of her friends for allowing her to have this opportunity. She would like to thank her family for always being there for her, specifically her parents for always supporting her in everything she does and making her the person she is today. Miss Olivia Faith Webb. Carrying the crowning silver tray this evening are Miss Ava Quinn G. and Mr. Jeff Reed Henderson. Ava is the daughter of Corey and Kelsey G. and the older sister of April G. Ava enjoys hiking, soccer, playing with her baby dolls, and going to church. Ava's favorite saying is, "What's up, bro?" Jet is the son of Joe and Kayla Henderson. He is the youngest brother of Hannah, Millie, and Jason Henderson. Jet enjoys opening ball cards with his dad and brother, and never misses an opportunity to look for new wrestler figurines to add to his collection. Jet loves making TikToks and taking selfies with his sisters, and his favorite thing to do is play football. Jet's favorite saying is, "I won't do it again, Mom, I swear." Returning tonight to crown the homecoming queen is the 2021 homecoming queen, Emma McGlone. Emma is currently a student at Eastern Kentucky University, majoring in biomedical sciences. Please welcome her with a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 West Carter High School homecoming queen is Miss Alyssa Morgan Stone. Presenting the flowers to the Queen are West Carter Principal Kristen Bledsoe and her husband, Chris Bledsoe. On behalf of West Carter Principal Kristen Bledsoe, Assistant Principals Daniel Barker and Corey G., and the West Carter faculty and staff, thank you for your attention during our homecoming ceremony.
So it's Alyssa Stone. FFA wins it here today.
Yeah. Hey, you're right. That was a pretty good bunch of kids right there. Yeah, just going off what they, had some, in my opinion anyway, some great quotes in there, and a good showcase of what West Carter offers here, I think.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Hey, we're going to step out. Got a couple breaks to get in here before we resume action. Both teams set to come out here in just a few minutes, but we're going to step out here at halftime. Again, your score remains East Ridge 14, West Carter 12. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
Back in Olive Hill here, halftime between East Ridge and your West Carter Comets. East Ridge leads right now 14-12. And real quick, I'll tell you how we got there with the scoring summary. First touchdown came right early on in the ball game, a three-play 65-yard drive from West Carter. It was all Cole Crampton, and he marched it in from 3 yards out, made it 6-0. The second touchdown came, an answer from East Ridge on a 15-yard touchdown pass from Burdine to Stephen Todd Lane, and then a 2-point conversion pass to Isaiah Adkins made it 8-6 with 9:19 to go in the first quarter. Then again in the first quarter, with 6:17 to go, West Carter scores from 5 yards out. Cole Crampton runs it in, and then an incompletion on the 2-point conversion made it 12-8, and then East Ridge with one more touchdown before the half, 4:04 to go on the clock. Burdine to Brad Howell, 30-yard touchdown pass, and then a failed 2-point conversion made it 14-12. East Ridge over West Carter. That's your scoring summary, and we're going to step out, take one more break. We've got to get a couple more in if we can, maybe not, but we'll be back right after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
When you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/find your career.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Stop and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Still got a minute on the clock here before the action's set to resume, Jeff, but they're making their way out ready to rock and roll.
Absolutely. They may be holding off until that, but they may erase that off the clock there as well.
I've seen them do it.
As these teams, of course, I'm sure after the halftime they were wanting to come out and get ready.
Yeah.
Of course, they have the 3-minute kind of reacclimation period to get out there, especially after having a 20-minute halftime.
Sure.
They need a little bit of time to warm up, but I think mentally they're ready to roll.
That's right. The guy, we cover the KCU football games here on the Cool Hit Sports Network. There's one tomorrow. It's KCU and St. Andrews at noon tomorrow. And the guy that does those games with me, Brent Terry, coached high school football for, I think, 30-some years anyway. He's been around for a long time, coached in Ohio, coached in West Virginia and Kentucky. And he said when he came to Kentucky, in that 15-minute halftime, he's like, man, where'd halftime go? He's used to 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Because in those other two states, they are 20 minutes. But, man, to us, it seems like it drags on forever.
And there's a lot of sports that there's a lot of differences that you get out there between Ohio. And when they come over, they're not used to it.
And just little things like that.
Yeah. I think we're trying to cheat them out. I think
yeah. And the kick's in the air from Wyatt Martin. It's caught and fielded right about the 22-yard line. And trying to get some room to run there, not able to. That is Gabe Mullins.
Number 34.
Yes, sir. He gets it out to about the 34-yard line, maybe the 35. And that's where Eastridge is going to set up shop.
From their own 35.
And not too bad of a return. Wes Carter definitely has got the kicking game going on here today.
Yep.
Not on the extra points, obviously, but where they missed the one earlier.
Sure.
As far as like punts and
kickoffs,
kickoffs, they have been doing fantastic.
I'm with you. I'm a Wyatt Martin fan anyway. I used to work with his mom. She taught at Boyd County High School. Good bunch of people right there. Handoff on first down is going to go to number 13. That is Isaiah Adkins, and he's going to bounce it outside, pick up about 5 yards on first down.
But we got some laundry there on the field, and they put it back to right around the 36, so I'm going to assume this is probably going to be a holding call.
I think you're probably right.
So that one's going to go back and take it back to right around the 26-yard line, which will be almost a 10-yard loss from the original line of scrimmage.
Right, because that's a spot foul. Yes, sir. Now, so first and long for Eastridge. And if you're a Wes Carter fan, that works out okay.
Oh, absolutely. First play that you have from the line of scrimmage, something that you definitely would want to have.
That's right. So first down and 20 yards to go, so it was right at a 10-yard loss from the original line. And Eastridge with another crack at it here. 2-by-2 set, balls on the right hash. Burdine takes it himself and sprints out, throws it over to Zach Mason in the flats, and a big pickup here, a pickup of about 21, 22 yards, enough for a first down.
Yep. That was a good play that he had. A receiver wide open here on the near side of the field.
Yeah, that sprint out pass there from Burdine, and good vision downfield under some pressure, and found a receiver there that was somewhat open and got him the ball. Great looking throw there, and that was actually Mason's first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, Burdine has had a fantastic season. 1,573 yards before today's game, 14 touchdowns.
Stephen Lane with the handoff off tackle left side. He picks up about 5 or 6 on first down. Yep, I'm with you, Jeff. He's one of those players, man. He's fun to watch, and Wes Carter's got one of them too, though.
Well, I would say he's a triple threat out there.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're probably going to have to add some more.
Yeah, he also returns punts and does everything.
And he's offense, defense, running, passing, blocking. I mean, you name it, he's been doing it out here today.
Keeps it himself on second down. I think he was going to try to throw it, but tucked it anyway, and got over to the sideline. A pretty big pickup here, second down and 5 yards. They're going to say he went out of bounds at about the
around the 30, 32, 33.
Okay, so 18 and 4. That's a 22-yard pickup here.
Yeah, that great quarterback run. He took a look downfield. I think it was supposed to be a passing play.
It was. Yeah.
And your good quarterbacks is going to do that. They're going to take a look, see if anybody is going to potentially be open.
That's right.
And then either tuck it and go, or just figure out something to do with it. But not this time.
No, sir.
As he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And I was trying to get the number 54 was the first one to get to him there. And that is going to be not on a roster. Who's
Ethan Bledsoe.
Ethan Bledsoe.
Yeah, good for that guy.
He's another one of those that's wore different jerseys.
Yeah.
I think on the KHSAA, he wore 89 earlier on today.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. He's a sophomore, and glad to get to say that guy's name on the radio.
Exactly. Stepson of the principal here, Kristen Bledsoe.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Her husband, Chris Bledsoe, that's his parents. Gets the snap there. Nice little pass in the flats, and that's going to be close to a first down. Loose ball.
Yeah, the ball's still on the ground, and Wes Carter says they have it. We're going to find out if they do. Yes, sir. Wes Carter football. So that might just be what the doctor ordered here. We talked about it last week, Jeff, and I'm going to bring it up again. I've heard a million times, especially doing radio, I don't know why, but I've heard a lot of times that first series, the first drive after halftime, determines the rest of the second half.
It does set a tempo.
Well, we're going to find out right here. Wes Carter with a huge momentum stopper right there, and they've got the football here. 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line, so pretty good field position starting out, especially after a turnover, and we're going to see if they're going to capitalize here.
And that was kind of surprising. That was Isaiah Atkins on the reception there for Eastridge.
So a handoff up the middle is going to go to Crampton. He bounces off a couple would-be tacklers as he off to the races, crosses the 40. Got a lot of room to run, 30, 20, 10, and touchdown, Wes Carter. So there's your answer right there, Jeff. A huge touchdown for Wes Carter. Cole Crampton, that's going to be a 59-yard touchdown on first down. And that puts Wes Carter back in the lead.
Yeah, and no flag on the play. If you were watching the live stream, I have a bad tendency of leaving that flag up there. But yeah, clean play all the way down.
Yes,
and
sir.
like I said, nothing like having your defense come up big, causing a fumble, and then picking up a touchdown off of the turnover.
And I do believe we are going to have the Wes Carter offense still out on the field. Yes, sir. I don't see Wyatt Martin out there. We got balls in the middle of the field. I think we're going to have trips to the right. We are. And as back lines up in the gun, Crampton offset to his right. He's going to take the ball and sprint out. We got an option play, but he keeps himself, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion, Jeff. So that makes it 20-14 now, and puts Wes Carter ahead by 6 points.
Exactly. Great veer play. He had Crampton on his outside that he was ready to pitch it off to, but he just cut back in and he was good to go.
Yes, sir. So 20-14 your score. We're going to step out, take a break. Wes Carter on top here with 9:18 to go in the third quarter. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
And the kick, I believe, did it go out of bounds there, Jeff?
No, actually, he caught it and dropped it.
Oh, wow.
It was on the far end of the field there, and we were talking about during the break that, both these teams are known for huge plays.
Yep.
And really, the first drive after the halftime is a big thing.
Yep.
But after losing up 6 points over a turnover, that's another indication, because right now West Carter's flying on, they're on cloud nine right now.
Oh, yeah. You can see them, there's a whole lot less jogging and a whole lot more running out on and off the field as East Ridge looks to answer here. 1st and 10 from their own 41. It's going to be a handoff left side to Adkins. He's got some room to run, but he goes out of bounds. A pickup of more than enough for a first down, crosses midfield. And I'm trying to wait and see. It's going to be on about the West Carter 47 or 48 yard line.
Nice little design run over there, sweep over toward the left-hand side, far end of the field.
Yep.
Of course, that's going to get their offense, kind of going back themselves, because, right now they've got that fumble and then the near fumble there on the kickoff. It seems like, some teams will get a case of the fumbles out there. Of course, cold night, the hands, going to start, getting a little bit stiff there here before too long.
Yep, I believe you're right. It's the temperature's dropping. It's going to be a sprint out pass this time. Adkins, the man catching the ball, he's got some room to run down the West Carter sideline, gets it across the 30-yard line, and I think they said he was knocked out of bounds, I believe, but I'm not sure exactly where.
I think they've got it close to the 25, maybe the 24. I think, well, actually, it looks like almost, right on the 25.
Okay, so a pickup of 22 yards there on that pass. That was actually Adkins' first pass reception of the ball game, and that puts Dylan Burdine 95 yards passing on 5 attempts here tonight. Got a 7 attempts. He's got 2 incompletions. Handoff on first down is going to go this time to Stephen Lane, who marches ahead. Pickup of a yard on first down. That puts him at 3 carries, 10 yards here on the ball game. His first carry of the second half, though. We're down to 8:19 and the clock rolling in the third quarter. West Carter. I'm telling you, East Carter, West Carter, East Ridge, all that. It's a tongue twister.
It is. And it seems like it's another one of those things that kind of spreads a little bit. This is another East-West ball game.
Yeah.
But you got a different last name on the east side.
That's right. West Carter ahead right now, 20-14. A pass out to the flats. Brad Howell catches it and marches ahead. A couple West Carter commissary in on the tackle. I don't think he got enough for the first. He definitely did not. He's about a yard and a half, 2 yards short.
Yeah.
So a pickup of maybe 7 there on that pass.
Yeah, nice little, like I said, pass to the flat. West Carter, trying to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah, I feel like we've said that a lot here tonight as far as the East Ridge passing game. Throwing it to the flats, just giving up those little nickel and dime passes. And there we go. Got another sprint out pass, but this time it's blown up in the backfield. Another great tackle there in the backfield on a design blitz. Connor Green, the man who brought the quarterback down the backfield. Burdine was trying to get out there and get the ball back out to the flats again, but Connor Green blew that one up the backfield.
Yeah, he's a scrambler out there, but Connor Green, he is a force to be reckoned with on this defensive end.
I'm with you. So we're under 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 3 as it's 4th down and a long 5, maybe 6 yards to go. And I think we have a timeout over here. Yeah, we got a timeout East Ridge. We'll step out, take a break, Jeff, and we'll be back right after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Financials. Winter around the corner. It's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports. At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
Both teams making their way back out after the timeout. East Ridge called the timeout. They've got the football, 4th and 5 on the West Carter 20-yard line, and they're down by 6 points as Burdine takes a snap, tries to get over to the sideline. He does get some yards. It's going to depend on where the spot goes. He went out of bounds right about the 15-yard line, but it's going to depend on, they're going to move the chain, so he did get enough for the first down. And a good call there by Coach Burdine for East Ridge and a first down. Actually, he got, 8 yards, so he needed 5, got 8. And another example there of his playmaking ability.
Yeah, great design play there and scrambling. I mean, that's just his style of play that he has been doing here all night long.
And on first down here, we've got a flag upon the snap. We'll wait and see. I didn't see.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start.
Usually when it's thrown like that and blown dead, you can pretty much a done deal. It's a false start. So that was going to go against East Ridge. That'll back them up 5 yards, make first down of 15 from their own set or from the West Carter 17-yard line. And Jeff, here with 6:24 to go, West Carter, the only team that scored here in the second half, and a stop on this series would be huge. But anyway.
Wow. He caught it back again.
Unbelievable. Pass batted there, almost an interception. And
I think that was number 54 there. Who did we say that was? Was that Bledsoe?
Ethan Bledsoe, yep, sophomore. And getting another shout out here on the stream and on the radio, man. What a play there.
Yeah, batted that ball because he was watching the quarterback's eyes the whole time there.
Yeah.
Got his paws up, and then but good play by Burdine to pick it up as well.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Because I mean, he had the football knowledge to get out there and it's like, hey, that ball's up in the air, it's still live.
And as soon as it fell in his hands, he was down on the ground. Just a good play all around there defensively. And on second down, a pass complete. Downfield to Zach Mason. When we say downfield, it's 2nd and 23, a gain of 13 yards, but that makes it 3rd and long.
Yep. That's going to be a tough one, but I mean, you're definitely in 4-down territory here. They're right at about 3rd down, and I would say right at 11. About 12 yards on the reception there. 4-down territory for sure. You're looking at get my clock up right here, but you're looking right at 5 minutes and 15 seconds, left to play here in the third quarter. You want to get those scores,
sure,
because as you said, West Carter right now the only team that scored here in this third quarter.
That's right,
and I mean that weighs heavy on them because you don't want to go into the fourth quarter, being down.
And this has been a little over 4-minute drive as Burdine takes the snap, throws it into the front corner of the end zone, but just out of the reach of his receiver. He had one there, a defender behind him. He tried to place the ball in toward the pylon, but just not able to connect there. That'll make it 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like that one was intended there for Mason, I believe, number 12. It was either Mason or Atkins. I was trying to get that last number on there. I seen a 1, and it kind of looked like a 2, but I think it was number 12 out there.
I think it was, yeah.
Zach Mason.
Yep. He's the one that just caught the pass, just the last pass before that. So on 4th and 12 here, ball's on the 14-yard line. There's enough room for a first down. Burdine takes a snap, looking downfield under some pressure. He's touched as he throws it, an interception in the end zone, and running it back out of the end zone that's number 14. Yes, sir. He gets it all the way over to the West Carter sideline, and he ran it out of the end zone. Of course, we know if he would have kneeled it in the end zone, he got it out to the 20, but instead he runs it himself, gets it past the 20, and to almost the 30-yard line, I think. That's where West Carter's going to take over. How huge was that?
Oh, really huge. I mean, when you get that interception there in the end zone, and you know that they have put so much effort to get down to that way, that's just going to take out the air right there of Eastridge right now, but put that air back in the West Carter balloon right there.
That was, and Jeff, I want to make sure, I said it was number 14, that was junior Trace Rivers there that made that interception, and what a great return on that interception, gave him decent field position, and it looks like they're going to back the ball up.
I think there was a penalty there. I'm sure probably a holding.
Okay. It was after the interception, though. It's going to be West Carter football.
Interception does count. They just get pushed back, behind the where they were at, because it was a great return on that. But of course, when you get a holding call, you're going to get a few extra yards.
That's right. That's right. So 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. Handoff's going to go to Crampton, and the ball's knocked loose. It's picked up, though, by Connor Green, and he tries to march ahead, and it's going to be for a loss, but a good presence of mind there, just scooping that ball up before a defender was able to do so.
Exactly, and that ball went pretty far out. It did. Because, usually most fumbles are just kind of right in the vicinity within about a yard or two, but that one went probably a good 10, 15 yards away from the play.
Almost back to the end zone. He picked it up on about the 1 and got back up to the original line of scrimmage. This time the ball's going to be on the left hash. Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, I was going to say, definitely something you don't want to have is a safety at this point in time.
Right. Under 4 minutes now on the clock. West Carter leads 20-14. We're in the third quarter. I want to add that too. Handoff goes to Crampton. He tries to get off tackle. He's hitting the backfield.
Brody Wallace on the tackle there for Eastridge. Nice, wrapped him up, brought him down.
It was almost like they kind of sniffed that play out.
I think so. Well, I think that was the play that they ran right before that.
I think you're right.
Well, of course, when you're backed up, you're right, you're in the shadow of your own end zone. You definitely don't want to give up a safety here at this point in time, to get it to even a closer game.
Sure.
Because, right now we're just a one-touchdown difference.
That's right.
If West Carter could, if they do give up the touchdown and, prevent the conversion, we've got a tied ball game.
Kellback throws it out of the end zone, and ball out of the reach of the intended receiver. He tried to get it downfield to Connor Green. Good pass coverage there from Eastridge. That'll make it 4th and 10 from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I think some of the fans I heard down there was calling for a pass interference, but I think that was pretty decent coverage down that way. I think after the pass was incomplete, there was a little bit of a forearm kind of push there to knock him off there.
Okay.
But it was after. It was not going to be a catchable ball.
Right. Yeah, and that's the main thing. That the ball was definitely not catchable. It was overthrown just a little bit. So we're down to 3:07 here in the third quarter, and West Carter back on their own 5-yard line. 4th down and 10 yards to go. We're going to see a punt. I see Cole Crampton lined up back there in the back of the end zone. He's the punter, and back deep to receive or return for Eastridge is the quarterback. That's number 2, Burdine, yes sir.
Low snap, and that one's got a piece of it.
Somebody got a hand on that thing, and that's going to set Eastridge up with pretty good field position here on this offensive drive.
Yeah, they were going to get good field position pretty much either way.
Exactly, yep.
But I think they were at least hoping for an extra 20 yards down the field.
I'm with you. At least maybe somewhere closer to midfield. Nonetheless, they're going to set up shop right around the 24-25 yard line of West Carter. So they'll be 1st and 10. Almost in the red zone here is Eastridge. Here starting out on this drive. 3:02 to go in the third quarter. 20-14 West Carter leads. And here we go. Burdine takes the snap, hands it off left side to Adkins. He tries to get the edge, sheds off one tackler, and he's drug out of bounds.
Number 17 there of Wes Carter, Cale Back, the quarterback.
Hey, I'm telling. However you got that number, good for you. I was watching the whole time trying to get. I couldn't tell who that defender was.
Well, I'll have to give it up to my little screen here that's on top of the camera.
Ah, okay.
Because I can zoom in just a little bit there, and I can.
I got you.
Old age is definitely not helping me out. See it from with the bare naked eye there.
That was a yard he got there on that carry. Isaiah Adkins. The only reason I'm bringing this up, it seems like we've said his name carrying the ball so many more times. He's carried 9 times for 76 yards. I feel like it's double the carries. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and they've been passing it to him, too.
They have, that's true. As Burdine takes the snap, sprints out all the way across the field to his right, throws it into the end zone. Through the hands of Brad Howell, incomplete, almost a touchdown there.
Yeah, Howell had his man beat. Of course, they were jockeying for position down there, kind of moving around, and you could tell Burdine was out there directing traffic.
That's right. He put that ball on the line, too. It was placed right in there.
It was, and you got a good quarterback that will do that.
Yeah.
Realizes that the play is busted out.
Sure.
But if you've got a good relationship with your wide receivers, you can kind of just tell them, it's like, hey, go flag, go post.
That's right. Yep.
And be able to put that in there.
I feel like those two do have that kind of thing going because we call those two names quite often. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Balls on the left hash for Eastridge. 3rd down and 9 yards to go. It's going to be a handoff on a jet play. Isaiah Adkins, man with the football, not able to get anything going there. I believe that was right down the backfield.
I think they said no gain down in the press box.
Okay.
But that was Ethan Bledsoe once again, 54.
Yeah, buddy. Good game so far for him, especially on that defensive side of the football. And we're down under 2 minutes to go. And it's going to be 4th down, 9 yards to go for Eastridge. And another stop here. I said it earlier in the pregame. The Eastridge offense averaging, I believe, I'm looking for my stat paper here. They're averaging 32 points a game. And the West Carter defense here, 14 points, held them to 14 points here, almost into the 4th quarter. Playing pretty well, I guess you would say.
Well, flag on the play as West Carter's going to be offsides, gives them 5 yards on the play. So that's going to probably redesign the play that
I would say you're right.
Was going to be there because you were facing up a 4th down and 9, and now you're facing a 4th and 4.
You got to wonder. They're back in the huddle.
Clock rolling. Not sure, of course, West Carter does not have a play clock here, but I'm sure that is starting to inch its way down just a little bit there.
Yeah, you would think so. 2 backs in the backfield. Burdine takes the snap, hands it to the second back. That's Adkins. He marches his way up across midfield, and it's going to be close, Jeff. It's going to depend on the spot as to whether it's a first down or not.
Officials waving their arms. They may be wanting to measure this one.
No, I see the side judge over there motioning West Carter football.
Yep, so that's going to be a turnover on downs there by Eastridge. He did not get it. I'm sure he was probably 3.5 yards.
Wow.
And like I said, that side judge was right there, or, the head linesman on the far side came in and with very good confidence said, nope, that's not it. We're going the other way.
There's no doubt in his mind, and it's going to be West Carter football. Wow. 2 big-time stops here defensively for the Comets.
And like I said, I think the big name of the game has been defense here in this second half.
Yeah.
Because, first half it was, first quarter, I should say, it was all offense.
Kellback takes the snap, hands it to Crampton. He's got some room. He's going to get it across the 30-yard line. Got some more room across midfield down to the 30. He's being chased, but he's moving across the 20 now, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So a huge pickup here on first down. And, Jeff, that puts West Carter in the red zone yet again.
It is, and, that's another thing that's just going to pump this team up right here. But Cole Crampton is down right now on the sideline.
Yeah. He was shoved out of bounds. He wasn't hit hard, but I'm not going to. I don't like to speculate about injuries or anything like that. It's not my place. But you got to think it was something, maybe a twisted ankle, something like that, as he was going down.
Exactly. I think he was running out of steam a little bit. I mean, he's been a workhorse here tonight.
Yeah.
Really putting up the yards and everything there, and that's where the East Ridge defender was able to get caught up with him. And I think, like I said, it just it looks like it's an upper body, so he may have landed on the ground a little bit funny going out of bounds. And they're working, of course, trainers with him right now.
Yeah.
Because he was face down on the turf, but now on his back. And
I will say this, Cole Crampton, that was his 25th carry, 312 yards unofficially. A good night offensively for that young man. And thoughts and prayers go to him. Not sure what the injury is, but definitely anytime any student athlete is down like that, you don't care who they play for or anything like that. You don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Exactly. We're nearing the end of the season, and I mean, I've heard, schools having to cancel the rest of their schedule because, players been getting hurt. Seems like it's been a bad year for that. I know West Carter's been plagued by it on their offensive line. Looks like they're getting them set up here. Like I said, it's tough to speculate. It doesn't look like it's a lower body injury. It looks like it's now. If I'm not mistaken, I thought someone said that he took a pretty hard shot down at Martin County.
Okay.
And so I don't know if this is going to be kind of a more precaution. Maybe he's going to have to go through the concussion protocol here.
Sure.
Because sometimes you can just land weird.
I will say this: it's always a great sign when something like this happens, and then the athlete makes their own way off the field. He's walking back over toward that West Carter sideline without any assistance, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing right there. And,
yep.
And you can see right now he's being greeted by his teammates here.
Yep.
And, of course, hopefully that's not going to be a shot to him because, I mean, as we said, Cole Crampton with 300-some yards here today.
Yeah.
They've got Dean, in the cupboard there.
And he's no slouch either.
No, I mean, they've got some good players. But, sometimes that gets in your head a little bit, if you got an injured, teammate that's been doing very well.
Right.
Like Crampton, they might be like, okay, they're in the red zone right now.
Right.
And you might be thinking, can we do this? Without him, he's been, I think he's got every touchdown here on the night so far.
He does, yes, sir. So 31.6 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. West Carter leads, and after the big 75-yard gain there, it's 1st and 10 from the 10. So 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. It's going to be a handoff on first down. I believe that one is going to go to Dean.
Well, I think it was 26.
I'm sorry.
Was the number. I've been trying to look at it.
Okay.
I know West Carter's, they've kind of changed some numbers and everything else.
That's Flannery. Nathan Flannery, a freshman running back for West Carter, and he marches it ahead, picks up about
5 on the play.
Scoreboard says 5. I'm going to say 5 too then.
I think they're going to go ahead and let the clock run down. Probably a good move. If Crampton's able to get back in, that's going to give them just a few extra moments to get there.
So the siren you heard in the background means that after 3 quarters of play here in Olive Hill, your score, West Carter 20, East Ridge 14. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy. Service you'll find in the Greenup location with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots and, of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Teams making their way back out, and we're almost ready to rock and roll here for quarter number 4 from Olive Hill as West Carter leads East Ridge 20-14. Some scores to update you with from around the area real fast with 7:41 to go in the game. Ashland 34, Greenup County 21. A final score, Clay County 50, McGoffin County 16. And we got more after that here in just a few moments as on 2nd and 5, Kehlback takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Flannery again. He's going to try to get the edge, but that play's just blown up in the backfield. So a loss of a yard or two here on 2nd down is going to make it 3rd and about 7. 3rd and goal from the 7, we'll say.
Yeah, Flannery, a freshman for the Comets, a 5'10", 195 freshman.
Okay.
And like I said, this is a young team.
Yeah, you're right.
And, they've been doing fantastic here today. Of course, as we said, we hope and pray that Cole Crampton is fine. Can't quite identify him on the sideline. I haven't seen if they've had to take him back to the locker room or anything, if they're working with him on the bench.
I think they've got him over there at the bench as Kehlback goes through his cadence on 3rd and 7, takes the snap, fake handoff this time to Flannery, and a bootleg pass is back. And that is one by Timmy Fields. Completion in the end zone. It goes through the hands of 2 defenders, and it's caught. But I do see flags over on the West Carter sideline. Now, Coach Daniel Barker's got his hands up, touchdown. But we'll wait and see before we say officially that it's a touchdown as to what the call is here.
Yeah, because being on the far side of the field, it's going to be tough to tell because, of course, they're outside of the sideline warning area, really.
I tell you what, though, what a move there from Kehlback.
They're going to say ineligible man downfield.
Okay.
For the Comets, and I'm sure they're definitely going to accept that penalty.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise,
touchdown.
Yeah. And they're taking the points back off the board. But what a throw and a run! What a move! What a play there from Kehlback. He was under some heavy pressure, sprinted out to the opposite sideline, and on the run threw that ball through the hands of 2 defenders, and it was caught.
Yeah, it was tipped there by one of the defenders. He threw it right into traffic.
Yeah, buddy.
And it paid off because for a second I was going to think, oh no, that's going to be an interception.
I know.
But Timmy Fields came up with it. It's almost like the miracle play that West Carter had against Russell.
I think we've got the same play to the opposite direction. This time it's going to be batted down incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 13-yard line for West Carter. And I do see some personnel changes. 3 players coming on, 3 going off, and one of the players that came on the field is Wyatt Martin.
So they may try for a field goal here. With West Carter, I don't think that they've really had. Take a look at their special teams here.
I don't think so, Jeff.
They've tried one field goal and he made it.
Okay.
So he was 1 for 1 on the year.
Wow. He's got a really good percentage from extra point. This would be a 23-yard field goal for Mr. Wyatt Martin.
And we're going to get a timeout taken here by West Carter.
Okay. Martin, a 5'8" freshman. And interesting. So West Carter called the timeout here. So with 11:05 to go, they lead 20-14, and they're on the Eastridge 13-yard line, 4th and goal, and they lined up in field goal.
Yeah, makes me, well, of course, they weren't out there long enough to try to draw them offside.
Sure.
Originally, you may kind of think, well, of course, really offsides wouldn't help them out too much.
No.
Get them closer for another field goal.
Make it 4th and 8 then. Yeah.
As well, actually, I'm trying to take a look and see if Crampton's back on the, or they've moved personnel on the side. Like I said, of course, I don't see Crampton in the ball game out there, but I was looking at where he was at earlier, and he's moved from that point. And I was kind of thinking, well, is he back in? But I think they want to rethink it, and they're setting back up for a field goal once again.
Yes, sir. Wyatt Martin's out there. Placeholder is going to be number 17. That's
Kehlback.
Kehlback, yes, sir. Usually your quarterback is your placeholder, especially in high school.
And this will be a 30-yard attempt.
It's up. And it's no good. Wow, it was close. I was waiting to see what the officials called there.
Yeah, he had it on target.
Yes, he did.
It just not enough leg. Of course, it makes me wonder when I was taking a look out there. He's in that kind of that dust bowl right in the middle of the field there.
I know, yeah.
And as soon as he kicked that, a wave of dust came up.
He was in a cloud, wasn't he?
Yeah, and it kind of makes me wonder if he kind of brushed the ground just a little bit.
Right.
And of course, all he needed probably was an extra 2 yards on that to put it through.
Sure.
It was a good kick.
Absolutely. And I'll step out on a limb and say that the freshman place kicker got a pretty good future ahead of him, no doubt about that. One missed field goal is not.
And from 30 yards and being in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
I mean, usually you never see anybody going for hardly a field goal unless they've got a prime kicker.
1st and 10 for Eastridge. Dylan Burdine's going to take it himself, gets it over to his own sideline, and picks up about, we'll say 6 or 7 yards here on first down. Makes it 2nd down and short.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it right around the 27, 28 yard line right there. We'll bring up 2nd down here as he was pushed out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Okay. 2nd down, we'll say about 3 yards to go. I see 2 receivers going out to the big side of the field. That's the right side of the field. Ball's on the left hash. We got a 2-by-2 set as Dylan Burdine lines up in the pistol. He's going to hand it off. Almost said to Adkins, but it's not. That's Stephen Lane.
Yeah, number 22.
Yes, sir. He's going to pick up a couple on 3rd down. Not enough for the 1st down, though. Matter of fact, he didn't pick up a couple. He picked up 1 yard, so that
they got 3rd down and 3 on the scoreboard here.
Yeah. 3rd down and 3 yards to go. If you're Coach Barker here or the West Carter coaching staff in general, you got to be happy, man, with your defense.
I mean, they've had a lot of big stops here today, especially, as that's going to be a flag there.
I feel like that was my fault. Give them a compliment.
Give them a compliment, and then they go offsides.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that they do have offsides.
I think so.
Yeah, because they're moving the chains. Yeah, that was number 70 going offsides there for West Carter. That was Jackson Kidwell. We talked about him, on the last game.
Yeah.
Good kid, but I'm sure that, they're anxious to get the ball back.
Oh, yeah.
As they want to start eating up this clock and try to get ahead as well.
That's right. The clock
down further ahead.
Under 10 minutes now here in the ball game. And this time we've got another handoff. This one's going to go to Adkins as he bounces it back over toward his own sideline. Crosses the line of scrimmage and picks up maybe a yard.
Yeah, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 here for the Warriors. And the West Carter defense, I mean, barring that one, of course, like I said, sometimes it seems like as soon as you say something good, it's like, no. But, they've had a pretty solid game here. Because you got to think all 14 points have been scored in the first half. They have held Eastridge scoreless here in the second half.
That's right, a scoreless 3rd quarter. And like I said, I was saying there earlier, coming into this game, Eastridge averaging like 32 points a game.
Yeah, they have been, especially with the explosive throwing there by Burdine, which he's going to take it himself, breaks across to the 39-yard line. Bring up 3rd down here for Eastridge, but he's been very explosive out there. As far as passing and as we just seen there running, I mean he's a very football smart player.
Yes, sir.
And he is able to read that field. He's got the experience to be able to read the field and see exactly what do I need to do to get the yards down there. He's got good relationships with his wide receivers, able to direct traffic. I mean he is truly a general out there on the field for Eastridge.
So he got 7 yards there. That makes it 3rd down and 2 here. And he did get out of bounds, so the clock stopped at 9:06. And here we go. He takes the snap on 3rd and 2. He's going to take it himself again, tries to get the edge. Able to do so, doesn't pick up much, maybe 4 yards, but more than enough. Yeah. Yep.
He probably picked up at least 2 extra yards on top of what he needed to get.
Right. So that will move the sticks.
Gets it up to the 46-yard line there.
Yes, sir. Down under 9 minutes on the clock now. It didn't get out of bounds, so the clock is rolling. And a fresh set of downs here, almost to midfield for the Eastridge Warriors.
2 on the far side, 2 on the near side. Takes the handoff.
Yeah, sprays out deep. He's got a guy open too, but the hit was made there as the catch was being made. What do you think here, Jeff?
I think it's almost a bang play.
Yeah.
Really. The back official ended up throwing the flag. It's going to be pass interference there against the Comets. And we'll see if that's going to be the 15-yard variety or if it's going to be spot of the foul. I think it's going to be 15 yards.
I think so too. The way everybody's moving, I think it's a done deal.
Because that was always one of the interesting things of when they brought in. It's like, well, it could be 15 yards, or it could be spot of the foul.
That's right. It is going to be a 15-yarder. I tell you what, though, good pass coverage there from Wes Carter. Just
and that was an excellent pass too. I mean,
it was.
It was on target. He was right there, neck and neck with his man, and like I said, it was probably a bang play. I'm sure that there was probably contact on both sides.
That's right.
There, but probably they judged that Wes Carter had just a little bit more to it.
Sprint out pass is caught in the flats there by number 34 for Eastridge. And he gets it down almost to the 22-yard line. That's Connor Green. No, it's not. That's Gabe Mullins. Wrong number 34. Connor Green's a Comet. So Gabe Mullins on the catch there. And a fresh set of downs for Eastridge.
And he's been averaging out 10 yards per catch, so far this season. But no touchdowns yet there for Mullins. There's the snap. Burdine going to roll out toward his left again, and he's going to run out right around the 16-yard line.
So big. That's a. You can't ask for anything else on first down.
No.
7-8 yards. That was actually 5 or 6 yards, but either way, second and mid-range, nothing wrong with that.
Good run, and of course Burdine, you can tell, protecting himself. He's taking some shots and giving some shots here today.
Oh yeah.
Now acting a little bit more like a quarterback there, and taking it outside and stopping the clock. That's kind of one of the important things. Even though there's 8 minutes left, you want to give yourself a chance at least for another possession here.
As Burdine takes a snap, spin move in the backfield. He's under pressure. I think that was a design middle screen there. And the ball's just dropped. He tried to get it up there to Stephen Lane. The pass was low, under pressure, and incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 5.
He was glad that he had somebody there in the vicinity there.
Yeah.
Because he was still kind of mostly in the pocket. Of course, some may want to be thinking, could have been intentional grounding, but he had, it was on target there.
Oh, yeah. It was off the hands of the receiver. Yeah, definitely. So 3rd and 5 from the 17-yard line. We saw in the third quarter 2 stops in the red zone from that Wes Carter defense here, and another one will be huge.
Exactly. That's one thing that I'm sure they're looking forward to and trying to figure out, what do we do on here?
Trips to the right, Burdine with a running back offset to his left. He's going to take it himself, tries to get over to that short side of the field toward the Eastridge sideline. Not able to get much.
That's 4th down. 4th down. He's right there. Right on the 17-yard line is where they put him at.
Back to the line. That's it.
Yep.
That's a big stop on 3rd down for Wes Carter.
4th and 5.
So 4th and 5 coming up here for Eastridge, and now it's do you take a shot downfield or you try to get the first down?
I think at this point you try to get the first down.
Yep.
You haven't scored since the first half, and I'm not the Eastridge coach, but if it's me, I'm trying to get the first. Burdine under some pressure in that backfield, throws one downfield, and it's off the hands. Wow.
Yeah, number 30, yeah, that was off the hands of number 34 there, Gabe Mullins once again. And that would have been a touchdown had he caught that, but pass was a little bit underthrown. He had to reach down to try to get it, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and another huge stop there for Wes Carter.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. That was a huge stop. So we're under 8 minutes to go in the ball game, a 6-point lead, and you got the football back. And you said it a minute ago. I'll say it again now. Now's the time to control the pace of the ball game.
Exactly.
And if there's one thing, Coach Daniel Barker's good at a lot of things, but he's really good at that.
Yeah, it looks like they may have Dean back in the lineup out here for the Comets.
The handoff on 1st down is going to go to. Who is that?
There's Dean.
Dean, okay.
Yeah, Dwaylon Dean. And they had Flannery in there during the last series, but now they got Dwaylon Dean out there. I'll bring up 2nd down. Picked up maybe about 1 on the play.
Yep. And Dwaylon's one of those downhill guys. He pretty much, when he sees contact coming, he's ready to rock and roll. He lowers that shoulder and.
He goes, and he has got some speed to him. He's a track. He runs track.
Yeah.
I think a distance runner, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got the stamina out there as well. Going out of the shotgun this time, hands it off to Dean once again.
And another yard. That's his fourth carry of the ball game, total of 7 yards. I did want to say, too, a big thank you to the hospitality here at West Carter. Athletic Director Ryan Rayburn, top of the line. He's good to me, I know that.
Fine people. West Carter has had a really good series of athletic directors. Of course, Ryan was co-athletic director last year. Corey G was the athletic director last year. Ryan took the step up as Corey G is now the assistant principal.
Oh, okay. I coached against Ryan. I was the middle school coach, football coach at Boyd County, and Ryan was here at West Carter. So, and a pass downfield is caught there. Yes, sir, right in the middle of the field. He gets it all the way up to the 40-yard line, so pick up 20 yards.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It just takes one to get out there, and this was the time to pick up that one because, of course, Dean, doing the ground and pound, just putting it right up the middle.
Sure.
Of course, with 6:13 left to go, of course, I better get my clock started here. With right about 6 minutes left to play, you want to start controlling that tempo and really starting to use that play clock.
I'm with you, and doing a good job. Burn about a couple minutes off so far in this drive. Handoff is going to go up the middle and picking up about 5 yards there. Is that Dwaylen Dean again? Yes, it is.
32, Dwaylen Dean.
We'll give him 5 yards on that one, and that makes it 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. Put it up. Don't get too creative out there.
Right.
They got to that 3rd down position. They needed some yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Yep.
And right now, that's all you need to do is just worry about getting that 1st down and keep that clock rolling.
And it is doing just that, down to 5:23 and running. As Kelback takes a snap, hands it off to Dwaylen Dean again. He's got some room to run, sheds off a couple of would-be tacklers. Yes, sir, down to the 20-yard line, 15-10, touchdown, West Carter. Wow.
Got no flags on the field.
No, sir.
That's going to be 6 there for Dwaylen Dean.
And a 60-yard touchdown.
You can tell where that speed kicks in.
You called that one, I think.
Yeah, because he was one that... you mentioned earlier he's a downhill runner.
Yeah.
And he did. As soon as he shook off the tackle, did a great job breaking that tackle. And as soon as he broke that tackle, there was nobody there left to stop him. I mean, he took it off, he hit the turbo button there and went for the 6.
I love it, man. And so far, this second half, when we went into halftime, it's 14-12, and this second half on the scoreboard has been all West Carter. It's now 26-14, and
they're lining up for 2 here.
I think you're right. Yep. Snap goes to Kelback, handoff to Dwaylen Dean. He tries to get it in, marching ahead, and he's down on about the 1-inch line, I think, is where he went down.
So had one of the common players saying touchdown. Point, but no, it was just short.
So with 5:10 to go here in the football game, the score: West Carter 26, East Ridge 14. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
26-14 your score here with 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the football game. West Carter leads East Ridge, and the kick is in the air. This one's going to fall at about the 32-yard line and bounce, and that's where it's going to be fielded. Picked up by number 34. He gets it out across the 40-yard line, and he's brought down. That is Gabe Mullins on the return. And a decent return given the circumstances. Sets East Ridge up with pretty good field position here to set up this drive. A couple scores to update you with from around the area. Final score, Ashland 34, Greenup County 21. And another final score for you, Russell 16, East Carter 7. So Russell getting their first win of the season. And with 8 minutes to go in the ball game, still tied at 7 between Boyd County and Rowan County.
Yeah, a lot of good games going on. I'm sure Russell, they feel good. That's who's coming here next week.
That's right, yeah. Weight off the shoulders there in Flatwoods for sure. As on first down, we see Burdine throwing it downfield. And that one a little bit high, but a catchable ball off the hands of the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah. Number 22, Stephen Todd Lane, once again, gave him an opportunity there, trying to go for a 50-50 there. He was double-teamed once again on the side here.
Yep.
Well, bring up second down here for Eastridge. And right now they're behind the 8 ball here.
Oh, yeah. They're down 2 scores. That play there put us down under 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
And the problem that you get with like this a lot of times is that you start taking chances that you probably don't need to take.
That's the thing. You get carried away and time slips away, and that's the end of it.
You try to force a pass maybe where it shouldn't be at.
Empty backfield as Burdine takes the snap, sprints out, and throws it into the flats.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, buddy.
It's like he had it. He was turning and thinking, all right, I've got this, and meets Hayden Hall right.
I don't know if you're a professional wrestling guy, but that almost reminded me of Bill Goldberg right there.
That was almost a textbook spear. If he was a little bit more vertical, that would have been it.
There you go. So 4:53 to go in the ball game. Third down, 10 yards to go here for Eastridge. Ball's at their own 41-yard line, and they're going to have to start taking some shots downfield. I think they're trying, but West Carter getting a little bit of pressure in that backfield.
Well, the defense is feeling it here right now.
Yeah.
They've had stops, every possession here, and now he's under pressure. By Bledsoe, flag on the play.
Burdine's sprinting out to his right. He finds a receiver about 4 yards downfield in the flats, but like you said, a flag in the backfield. And again, that one in the vicinity of a hold or a block in the back, something like that, as the quarterback sprinting out to the West Carter sideline. We'll see what the official says here.
And it is going to be holding against Eastridge.
There you go. So that's going to back them up 10 yards. And
from the spot of the foul, and he was well behind the line of scrimmage on that. So
yep.
I think they put the flag right there at the 35-yard line. So they're going to back them up to the 25-yard line. So they've got 27 yards to make up here on the third down.
Third down and 27 yards to go from their own 25-yard line. So they've got to get it all the way to, we'll say 28 yards is what the scoreboard says. But anyway, they've got to get it across midfield to the 48-yard line over on the West Carter side of midfield.
Yeah, and it's penalties like that. I'm sure that the Eastridge coach Burdine not going to be happy with his team this week.
That's right. As the younger Burdine takes it, it's going to be a reverse. He tosses it over to number 3, Brad Howell, who tries to get it back over toward that Eastridge sideline, and he's hit hard at about the 30-yard line. A little slow getting up is Howell, and the clock's still rolling here, down under 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. And I think they picked up maybe 5 yards, on that.
Just a fuzz over 5 because they're right there at the 30.5-yard line. I think they're going to put it on the 31.
Okay, so we'll give them 6 there.
But that's going to bring up fourth down, and so that's going to be trouble here for Eastridge.
Yep.
That holding call was detrimental to him on this drive. As Burdine gets it, fakes the punt. It goes deep, and that's going to be hit at the same time there by number 14 of West Carter.
Yes, sir.
That's
Trace Rivers. The catch was almost made there, right at about where he needed to be to get the first down, and the ball was on the money. The receiver knelt down to catch the ball, and boom, Trace Rivers out of nowhere.
And that's the second one in this series that West Carter has met them just head on.
That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and great field position there for the Comets. They're on the 31-yard line.
Yep.
And I mean, right now, 3:51 left to play. It's West Carter's game to lose here right now. They're going to have to do some very silly things.
I'm with you.
Right now, it's keep it on the ground.
Sure.
Cover the points and keep it on the ground. Of course, Crampton's still on the sideline. They've got Dean in as running back.
Kell back, the man behind the center in the gun. He takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Dwaylen Dean, who's hitting the backfield for a loss of about 1 yard.
Yeah, I think that was number 50 on the tackle there for Eastridge, Anthony Cummings. And, that play just kind of, like I said, I think they were in the huddle on that one. But, it's to be expected. You're going to run it up the middle.
Absolutely. And right here, the goal by Coach Barker and his staff is not score another touchdown. It's let the clock run out. Let's get to the house with a W. But we do have a timeout on the field. This one coming from
Eastridge.
The Eastridge sideline. So with 3:46 to go in the ball game, West Carter leads 26-14. I do not believe, I'll check here, I don't believe, no more scores to update with from around the area. So we mentioned in the pregame, I'll mention it again here. Not that I'm a superstitious guy, but I do fully blame myself for an hour and a half lightning delay that I mentioned how nice the weather was at a KCU game, and then started lightning, and we were sitting there for an hour and a half. But not that I'm superstitious or anything, but I think I'm safe to say this. This game has huge implications later on.
It is, because, as we said, both these teams 1-3.
Yeah.
And, this is going to be the pickup that West Carter needs.
They're sitting at number 4 and number 5 in the district right now.
Eastridge by win-loss is sitting at 4.
Overall,
but it's how you play in your district.
Exactly.
And West Carter is, right now, up by 12 points here.
Sure.
And like I said, they're in the driver's seat right now. This is their game, to lose here at the moment. Of course, with Dean going through, flag on the play.
From where I'm sitting, I think I saw a hand on the face mask there. So we'll find out. But something we haven't mentioned yet, the top 4 teams from each district in the state of Kentucky in high school football, the top 4 teams for each district make it to the playoffs. So it's huge here. A win here gets you into that 4th spot.
Exactly. Now, of course, you're going to have to play at number 1.
Sure.
But you're in the playoffs.
But, making it is a big part of the battle.
And after the season that West Carter has had this year, with the tragedies that they've had, the loss of personnel, this is, and homecoming too.
That's right.
We haven't mentioned that a whole lot. You want to win on your homecoming game, and West Carter, they have pulled everything out there. And as you said, that was a face mask penalty against Eastridge, so that's going to put them in the red zone there, right around the 11-yard line.
Wow.
And so, do you go for the insurance or just keep on? Well, I mean, obviously you want to punch it up the middle as Dean. Does that, rolls off there, and he's going to put it in for 6.
Wow. From 11 yards out, I think that one probably seals the deal, Jeff.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that was one I was going to say, you want to keep on running it up the middle, and if you just happen to score, you score.
And that's what happened right there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was all effort on Dean's part, because, he broke at least 2 tackles on there, breaking his way in, and, went in, in full speed.
Sure. And what we saw right there was not anybody running the score up or anything like that. That was just a coach trying to keep control of the football and marching it up the field, up the middle. And like you said, Dwaylen Dean, man, that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort. And 6 points later. Wyatt Martin out now to tack one more on here as the snap comes. He kicks it up in the air, and it is good. So after the PAT, the score now 33-14. West Carter leads East Ridge. Back after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
Fountain drinks at the lowest price or your friends. Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Stop and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Technical College has a 12-week online course that started on October the 17th, just a few days ago, so it's not too late to further your education at ACTC, as the kick is returned back to he's knocked out of bounds about the 41-yard line. That's where East Ridge will take over. And Jeff, we were talking there at halftime, and I'm sorry I had your microphone turned on.
No problem. I was going to say Gabe Mullins on the reception there for East Ridge.
Okay. But no, we were talking, Jeff, at the break right there. East Ridge has not scored in the second half. That's huge, man.
Yeah, that says a lot to your West Carter defense right there.
Yeah.
Because, it's not that they haven't been playing well.
Exactly.
Probably the thing that you can probably say about East Ridge, what's really hurt them in this second half has been penalties.
Right.
I think we only have one penalty in the first half, not barring the kick out of bounds.
Yeah. I never count those anyway.
Burdine going to throw it here on first down. Throws it over top of his man, and he's going to bring up second down here. But flag on the play on the opposite side of the field.
I'm not sure what that one could be all the way over there. I do see Coach Barker out on the field asking a question there.
And it's going to be another ineligible man downfield. There's been a lot of those here today.
I've noticed that. I think both teams have had at least one.
Yeah, I think East Ridge has had two because they had one on that scramble play.
Yep.
That took forever to get through.
Yes.
And, that's going to happen.
Yep.
West Carter did have one themselves, and so this is the second one on East Ridge.
There you go. That'll make it first and 15 now from the 42-yard line for East Ridge. Clock down to 3:04 here in the ball game.
And once again, a good play brought up by another penalty.
That's right. As Burdine takes a snap, he's going to drop back, look downfield under pressure. The ball's knocked loose, and that's going to be,
I think, East Ridge.
I almost said that's going to be West Carter football, but not able to haul it in there. And a heads-up play there by the quarterback, getting back over and getting that football.
Yeah, it was one of those plays that West Carter should have had that, but as soon as it got there, I think when he landed on it, he got his chest right on the football.
Squirted out. Yep. And I'll tell you what, the temperatures dropped here. It was 59 degrees at kickoff, but I'm not sure what it is now. It's a lot colder than that.
Yeah, I think it says it's 56 right now. So, it's went interstate speeds down to regular highway speeds now.
Yeah, there you go. So, all I know is I'm cold sitting up here on top of this press box, and that probably has something to do with it too, cold fingers and all that kind of thing. As Burdine under pressure, he's going to take it himself, gets it over to the East Ridge sideline. Not knocked down, but knocked out of bounds after a pickup.
And there's another flag that comes out there.
Oh, my goodness.
This might have been a little bit of extracurriculars, and I see official kind of pointing there. It may be a sideline warning, I'm thinking.
I think you're probably right.
Because I'm seeing the side official here. No, it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
Oh, my goodness. On East Ridge.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's going to be another 15 yards back. So that's going to put them, they were at second and 22.
My guess is there second and 22, Jeff. I think when Burdine was hit out of bounds there, that somebody on that sideline probably said something like that, and got him 15 yards out of the deal.
Yeah, so that's going to back him back even further. That's going to be 37 yards, it looks like now.
Yep.
I think he's at 32 yards. Yeah, they say 32.
Either way, a long way to go.
And once again, another penalty that negates a positive play there for East Ridge.
That's right.
And of course, I know they're getting frustrated out there.
Oh yeah. And a check down pass there. It's going to be completed to Stephen Lane. He tries to get over toward that West Carter sideline, and he's brought down after a gain of a couple. That's going to make it fourth down and long now.
Caden Thompson on the tackle there for West Carter.
Great pursuit there on out there in that kind of no man's land out there. But West Carter with a couple defenders in there, making it happen.
Now it's one of those times you just want to play, prevent defense.
Oh, absolutely. You got one play here, fourth down, 28 yards. We're down to about a minute and a half to go in the ball game. So pretty much you make a stop here, and that pretty well seals the deal.
Yeah, I mean, barring, a miracle happening, some onside kicks, but the East Ridge, kickoff team's not been, the best here tonight.
No, they haven't.
As Burdine going to go deep, and he's got a man downfield, and he has got it connected to number 34 there. Wow. That is a huge play to Gabe Mullins.
Gets it all the way down, I think, Jeff, at about the 34-yard line. So it's about a 40-yard, about a 50-yard pitch and catch there.
In a hurry-up offense now.
Yes, sir. Burdine throws another one downfield. This one's going to be knocked away incomplete.
Yeah, Mullins was the intended receiver there. No flag on the play. Do apologize to our stream viewers. That's I got to say, that's the one thing. I think I hit it, and I think it's the cold hands that we've been talking about. I think I hit it, and the computer screen's not like, yeah, we're not going to have that. But, I mean, good pass. Just a little bit off target. Sure. They're in the hurry-up offense. Of course, 51 seconds now, and now it's just
in desperation mode.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, if they get a touchdown here, they're still down by 2 touchdowns.
That's right.
So right now, it's, pride is what they're playing for here.
Burdine drops back, fires another one downfield. This one's going to be knocked away. The ball was underthrown there, but great job by Hayden Hall knocking it away. Almost had the interception.
Yeah, he had his hands right on it, and, of course, it could be the cold hands.
I'm telling you, yeah. I swear it's colder than 51.
Yeah, like I said, the temperature went down like it saw a state trooper out there.
There you go, yeah.
Gotta love our boys in blue and everything else, but
yes, sir.
But that the temperature has dropped down, and that's going to bring up third down here for East Ridge. And like I said, 45 seconds left. Take a shot.
They're trying to get some more points on the board. Like you said, it's a pride thing.
Yeah, it's like you want to come away and not say, hey, we got beat by 19 points here.
Sure. Trips to the right, one receiver to the short side of the field. It's going to be a handoff this time and a reverse back this way, and that play sniffed out for a huge loss.
That's Ethan Bledsoe. We've been talking about him. That is going to be a loss of about, 20 yards? Or no, 15 yards.
About 15, yeah. About 15 yards there. That was Adkins that ended up being the ball carrier there.
And clock's still rolling there, 20 seconds left, and I'm sure they're just going to stand out there and let this one roll out.
Yeah, I don't see him running another play here.
33-14.
Jeff, a good night to be a West Carter Comet.
It is. You pick up not only your homecoming victory, but they're going to run. They're going to try to run it.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to get that one off.
Nah. Wow. I did not expect that.
No, they should have went just a little bit sooner, but I figured they were going to try to just, get West Carter on their heels. But, not only do you win homecoming, you win your spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely. And you can tell just by, if you're watching on the stream, you can see that West Carter sideline forming a line here to come to shake hands, and there's a little bit of pep in their step, and I'm so happy for that bunch, especially with what they've been through. Coach Barker, his staff, the whole team, just class acts all the way through, and a well-deserved win here today, man.
Exactly. They played their hearts out, and if we had to give a play of the game, I mean, obviously you got to give it to Cole Crampton there.
Yeah.
As I said, I'd like to. I'm hoping he's still on the field.
Yes.
Somewhere out there. I did see the ambulance back up. I'm not for sure if it was just leaving out where it was the end of the game, but I did see it pull out here. I don't want to speculate on that.
No.
At all. You see that, and there he is. I do see him down there.
I'm looking for. Okay.
Yeah. When you see the lights on, I know they have to do that when they back up, but immediately you start thinking, what's going on?
That's right.
And so, the Comets now, picking up the homecoming victory, picking up the playoff.
Absolutely.
And, it comes at the right time. I know a lot of people might think, 2 wins and you're in the playoffs, but, that's the way that this playoff system is.
I've seen teams before be 1-9 at the end of the regular season make the playoffs.
Well, if you look even at the district, like with East Carter and Ashland and everything else, there's only 4 teams in that.
0-10. Yeah, you can still make the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. But, and I don't want to make any less of this, because West Carter earned their spot here today.
This was a big win. This was a big win. Jeff, we're going to step out, take a break. We got a couple to get in. We're going to hopefully get a word here in a few minutes from West Carter head coach Daniel Barker. But again, your final here from Olive Hill, a big win for West Carter, 33-14 over at East Ridge. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
And we're back here at Olive Hill. Chauncey Griffith, Jeff Irwin back for the post-game show. And Jeff, final score of this ball game, 33-14. West Carter defeats District 8 opponent East Ridge. And man, Coach Barker still got his crew out there, and you can see he's pretty animated when he's talking, using his hands and stuff like that. And this is just it's a good night to be a West Carter Comet.
Absolutely. You know, it means a whole lot for this team because, you know, with the adversity they've had all season,
right?
You know, losing a lot of players, and I know they got some out there, you know, in boots and, you know, on crutches and everything else.
Sure.
You know, and this team, you know, they needed something, you know, here at this point in time. And, you know, and they played well.
Yes.
You know, we got to give it up to East Ridge. They played an awesome first half.
Yeah, you said it. East Ridge did not play bad. They didn't come out here and lay an egg. That wasn't what happened here.
Yeah, because that first quarter really kind of set a pace.
Yeah.
You know, for the offense, and then all of a sudden, the defense came up, and it was the defensive show after that, in which, you know, of course, the West Carter defense really stepped up, you know, prevented East Ridge from scoring, you know, in the second half, and that says a lot because, you know, as we said before, you know, this East Ridge team, you know, they scored 260 points, you know, here on the season.
Yep.
You know, they've allowed 309. You know, they're 3-5 on the year. You know, so I mean, you know, this is a very offensive, you know, team that they faced, and their defense took care of the job tonight.
I'm with you. Hey, again, we mentioned final score here, 33-14. Got a couple more scores to update you with from around the area. One of them's in overtime. Boyd County and Rowan County tied at 7. I think they've been tied at 7 since the second quarter or something like that, but they're in overtime in Moorhead. I'm sure that's an exciting game to be watching.
And that's a great game because Boyd County, they've really improved up here.
Yes.
You know, used to was one of those things you took a look at Boyd County on the schedule and you kind of thought, okay, you know, that might be a W.
Sure.
But, you know, new coaching staff and everything else out there has really turned that program around, and they're contenders.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Rowan County, they're not, you know, an easy pushover team either.
Oh, sir. Of course, West Carter 33, East Ridge 14. We know that one, but I just like saying it. Raceland 38, Paintsville 7. That's with 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. And I believe that's all I got for you. It is. I'll tell you how we got to where we are here in Olive Hill. 33-14 the final. First touchdown of the football game came in the first quarter, right at the beginning of the game, after a 3-play, 65-yard drive. Cole Crampton marched in from 3 yards out and made it 6-0. Then again, in the first quarter with 9:19 to go in that quarter, East Ridge with an answer, a 15-yard touchdown pass from Burdine to Stephen Todd Lane, and then a 2-point conversion pass again from Burdine. This one goes to Isaiah Adkins, made it 8-6. The other score in the first quarter, this one came from Wes Carter, a 5-yard Cole Crampton touchdown run, and incompletion on a 2-point conversion made it 12-8 at the end of one quarter of play. The only touchdown in quarter number 2 came from East Ridge. That was a 30-yard touchdown pass from Burdine to Brad Howell, and then Burdine was sacked on the 2-point conversion. That made it 14-12, and that was a score going into halftime. And if you remember the final score, 33-14, that was the last time East Ridge scored in this football game. The rest of the points on the board were all Wes Carter. In the second half, one touchdown in the third quarter for the Comets, a 59-yard Cole Crampton, touchdown run, and a Kell back 2-point conversion that made it 20-14 at the end of 3. And then in the fourth quarter, a 60-yard Dwaylen Dean touchdown run made it 26-14 with 5:19 to go in the ball game. And then another Dwaylen Dean touchdown run, this one from 11 yards out, followed by a Wyatt Martin PAT, made it 33-14, and that's where we're at here. And that is your final score. We're going to step out, take one more break, and when we return, we should be having a word pretty soon from West Carter head coach Daniel Barker. Don't go away. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Settles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Settles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Settles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
Back in Olive Hill, Chauncey Griffith, Jeff Irwin, and Jeff, Coach Barker's on his way up. But before we have what we've got another couple of minutes here before we have a word from him. West Carter next in action next week, and they're back here at home. This one's against Russell. And Russell just picked up their first win of the season, so both teams coming off big wins. That ought to be a pretty good ball game.
Oh, absolutely. Russell, they have been, so close all season long.
Right.
And, and West Carter, if you look at some of their scores, it's like, well, they got blown out here, they were scoreless last week and everything else. But, they've been playing some pretty good quality teams here because, 2A, District A football has been, really competitive.
I agree.
But, with Russell coming in, of course, that's always a game, that means a lot here to the Comets. of course, we always got some people tailgating outside.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the game.
There's some of the best fried bologna I've ever ate my wife in Oilfield. I'll say that.
Oh, they know how to cook it up
yes,
here.
Yes, sir.
But yet you'll get, I know that faculty and staff here are always on the Russell game. Has a huge, cookout down there and everything else. Great time and everything. And really this game means a lot. And of course, if you look at the history between those two teams, it's been all Russell, except for the miracle, game like the last couple seasons where they won by a last-second touchdown there by Rory Perry.
I remember that.
And, and that's one thing that, I'm sure that everybody will be talking about that over here for years to come.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah, that's a program highlight, a career highlight for the player, and that's a if you're the coach of that team, that's something you remember for a long time too.
Exactly. So I mean that game's going to mean a whole lot, and really it's going to be good preparation because as we said in 2A football. I think what we say, Breathitt County, 5-2 on the year.
Yep.
They're 2-0 in their class, and in the district, they've played some pretty good teams and everything. But Russell has too, and they've been neck and neck. They went neck and neck with Ashland.
Sure.
They went neck and neck. What was it, Wheelersburg?
Yep.
I think really the only true game that Russell, lost by multiple touchdowns was the Raceland game, and of course, Raceland's having a fantastic season this year.
Yes, they are.
Because, you look at their scores, Boone County, 2018.
And Boone County's no slouch.
No. Then Wheelersburg, 28-21. Lawrence County, that's another one. Lawrence County's having a great season this year. I think they're playing for a district championship tonight themselves.
They sure are. They beat Belfry last week. But one of my best friends is Lawrence County's defensive coordinator, so I keep up with them pretty well.
Yeah, they've I've got some buddies from down there. Pastor was originally from Lawrence County and everything else.
Yep. Landon Copley, that's right.
Yep. And they've been having a fantastic season. But then other games you look at, Montgomery County, they're usually a pretty good football team.
Sure.
21-17, 21-14 to Paul Lawrence Dunbar, a Lexington team.
Yeah.
And then 28-27 to Greenup, and Greenup is having a great season this year. As well, they defeated East Carter, and I think they're playing for a district championship, if I'm not mistaken, tonight, or at least one of the top spots that's out there. I forget if they're ranked number one or where they're at in their district, but I mean they're at least in second place. If not anything. Yeah, they've already punched their ticket there. 2014 against Ashland, and then of course tonight picking up first win over East Carter, and East Carter, pretty good team.
And they're right in the mix of top few teams in that district too, and like you said, it's a tough district.
Yeah, tough district to get out. And which the only good thing about it is that there's only 4 teams in the district, so they're all going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get one of those 0-10 teams coming in on the playoffs.
Right.
But West Carter's going to have their hands full next week because it depends on how both teams play. If West Carter comes out and plays like tonight,
sure,
it's going to be a great ball game.
I agree. Hey Jeff, another score just came through. We mentioned in overtime it was 7-7. Well, at the end of overtime, Boyd County defeats Rowan County 14-7. So I assume Boyd County, the district champs in the district 4A. I'm not even sure the number of the district, but congratulations to them.
Because they're very well deserving. I know that they hosted up the Eastern Kentucky Athletics Media Day.
Yep.
And I mean, the coach there, the staff, top of the line.
Oh yeah.
Because you take a look, Boyd County's having a fantastic year. I'm trying to see where they are at in the rankings. 6-3. There was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're ninth in 4A.
There you go. And believe it or not, this is the first district championship for Boyd County since 2008.
Yeah, and very well deserving because, I mean, they have played some great teams. They've lost to Ashland, lost to Mason County, of course, and then lost to Lawrence County. But Lawrence County, 13-10.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you hold a powerhouse like that, too.
That's right.
And so, I mean, you got to give Boyd County all the respect out there. They've been doing very well this season.
That's right.
Happy to see that for them. And there's been a lot of teams that have improved up this year.
Agreed.
We talked about Greenup County there.
Yep.
They've made some great moves this season.
Sure.
Of course, Raceland, kind of pretty dominant in football there.
Sure.
Lawrence County. Of course, one thing that you kind of hate for Boyd County is that probably they may be looking at Johnson Central on down the line for them.
When the everything is realigned I think that district, because Bowie County right now, they're in a district with Brown County, of course, and then Harrison County, Covington, Scott, and then Holmes, which is also up in northern Kentucky, right around Covington. They're only like 7 miles apart. So a pretty big stretch for a district. Of course, I know West Carter's in a district with East Ridge, so that's also a big stretch.
Oh, yeah.
But some of these things are going to get shaken up again here real soon.
Yeah, and for those people that don't know 100% where East Ridge is at, you're pretty much right there in Pike County.
I was going to say go to Virginia and just turn back around.
Well, that's about the truth. I went down to East Ridge last year for the game. Of course, a great facility down there.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful people. But if you've never been to their facility, it's on the side of a cliff.
Sure is.
If you kick the ball too far in the end, you're going to bounce it off a part of the side of the mountain there.
Yeah.
And that was a drive. And literally coming back, I was trying to follow the GPS and got lost and ended up in Virginia.
Unbelievable.
And I was, because it's like, take a left here. I'm like, okay, I'll take a left here. I hit quickest way to get home, and I ended up, and I looked, all of a sudden there was a sign that said, Virginia's for lovers, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's like, I don't want to be in Kentucky now.
Yeah. Hey, I did a basketball game there a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I think, and very, very good bunch of people at East Ridge. I will say that. They welcomed me in there and gave me everything I needed. I forgot an extension cord, and they went and found one, and, just a good bunch of people.
Yeah, and of course, they're going to, I guarantee you probably tonight that if they get home by 2, they'd be lucky.
Yeah.
They've got a long way, and, we'll pray for their safe travels down there.
No question about that.
And it's going to be even longer travel, after tonight.
Yeah. The mood changes a little bit after a loss. Jeff, do we have another break to get in?
Yeah, I believe we do.
We'll step out and take one more break, and maybe when we return, we're getting closer and closer to having a word from Coach Daniel Barker. We'll be back right after this on the Cool Hit Sports Network.
In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate. As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky. With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
Back in Olive Hill, Chauncey Griffith, Jeff Irwin, now joined by West Carter head coach Daniel Barker. Coach, congratulations.
It's a nice one, boys. I was, you're nervous there, and you don't know how your young kids are going to respond to a close game, and my goodness, did they ever respond? We just had freshmen, sophomores making plays, had some seniors. Connor Green made some big plays. Just can't say enough about them because a lot of kids, that are, especially our upperclassmen, they're used to winning 9 games and going to the 3rd or 4th round of the playoffs, and you start out 1-7. I mean, a lot of people packed it in, at that point, and they never have.
Jeff and I were talking.
They never have.
There's no quitting these kids.
There's none.
No.
And, you know, and we challenged them. You know, we felt like at Martin, that was the only time this year that we've really put our heads down and you know, kind of packed it in for the night. And that's how we started Monday, was challenging them to be physical and to play for 4 quarters. And, you know, boy, did they ever.
Yeah, buddy.
My goodness.
Yeah, after that first quarter, you know, I was about thinking we're going to have to get some chalk and put a 1 up there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was a shootout there, you know, to start things out. But, I mean, huge plays there by, you know, Cole Crampton.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was thinking the same thing. I looked at Thomas. I said, "Man, you just better get ready and get some 2-point plays going. It might be one of them 50 to 40 nights or something." But we settled down and played the best defense we played all year. You know, I don't think have they been held to 14 by anybody.
They're averaging 30.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a dynamic offense, and you know that quarterback's phenomenal.
Yep.
And did a great job. I mean, held Eastwood scoreless, and I'm not for sure if they've been held scoreless in a half of football this season.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, you did a great job, you know, in containing. You had a great goal line stance there as well.
Yeah, you know, and I think we had to work some kinks out, you know, early, because we felt like, you know, that first drive, like we just, I don't know, like the fits were off a little bit, and then our kids settled in. And that second, you know, their second touchdown, we just kind of blew a coverage. I don't really understand how we blew that, but we did. It happens. You know, kid made a great throw, kind of scrambled around, made a great throw and threw it. But you know, once they settled in, it was all she wrote.
Yeah, and very clean football tonight too. Very few penalties, you know, on your side. A couple of offsides, I think, really was about it. And I don't think no turnovers.
No. Yeah, I mean, you know, and we harp on that every week. We're like, guys, you know, if we're getting penalties and turning the ball over, like, you know, your margin for error is pretty much zero. You know, you better be scoring some touchdowns and you better be forcing some turnovers. You know, if that's happening, and that hasn't happened enough, you know, this year, you know, teams have taken care of the ball against us. So, you know, just playing a clean game, I mean, you know, just how much that helps you. I hope that our kids see that and understand that going forward.
Yeah, because exactly, you know, because, you know, that was one thing that we were talking about East Ridge. It seemed like, you know, as the game kind of went on, you know, your defense really pushed them, and they started stammering a little bit, and that's where they started picking up some of those penalties that really hurt them in the end.
Yeah, you know, we thought we'd get some movement up front. You know, I think early on we were trying to maybe bring too many people, and you know, by the end we were just kind of rushing through and playing some games, and you know, they. You know, I mean, our kids are getting after it, and that was hard to deal with. You know, I think their kids were thinking, well, which way are they going, and how am I going to pick this kid up?
And had some huge sacks out there tonight as well.
Yeah.
Ethan Bledsoe, I think he had a great game. Fantastic.
Holy cow, he was good, wasn't he?
Had that tipped pass, a few sacks, and it seemed like we were calling his name quite a bit.
But you know, they ran that little reverse, and he sniffed that out for about a 15-yard loss. You know, he has. You know, he's just become a really good football player, you know, as a sophomore. You know, we had to move him to center, and you never know how kids are going to take that, move him from tight end. He's loved it, and, like, it's made us better up front. You know, we didn't have him at center 2 weeks ago against Prestonsburg, and you could tell. You know, we just, you know, the kids know that he's a very good player and gonna do a good job for us, and I'm happy for him because that's the best defensive game he's had.
Coach, overall, after the game, post game, you had your team out there. It seemed like, man, just even walking off the sideline, everybody kind of a little extra pep in their step. How does your team look here?
You know, they're just happy. You know, our kids have never quit believing in what we do.
Right.
And they know that you know, this year is not ideal. You know, even if you just look at the way that we've played, let alone all the other stuff that's going on. But they just believe in what we do. And to see that pay off tonight, you know, like we built this up. We call this our Super Bowl because it was. You win and you go to the playoffs, and you lose and you don't go to the playoffs. So it really was, you know, as far as football goes, life and death. So just to see them, because our young kids, like, we're trying to get them to understand, like, what big games are and what you have to do to win big games. Right. Because we're losing that. Our seniors have been part of that, but none of our other 3 grades really have. There were some juniors that were, little kids during all that. Freshmen, sophomores, they didn't play. I think it's a process. If you look at the success we had, those kids had to build that in stages. And, even the last run that Coach Brown had, we had to beat Lewis County to get into the playoffs. And just what that did for us going forward was tremendous. So, just hats off to them. I'm glad they're excited.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited for them.
Yes, sir.
We tell them all the time, it's not our team. It's not me or the coaches. It's like, listen, we got to play. And that's what I told them this week. I said, I never made the playoffs, neither did Coach Thomas, our offensive coordinator. Coach Wagner never made it. Coach P. Simon never made it. I said, it is a big deal. If this is the 11th time in school history we've made the playoffs out of 50 years, it's like maybe we haven't had the season that you want, but we haven't had many seasons where we earned our way into the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's like this is a big deal.
Yes.
Be excited about it. Under the circumstances, this is, at this point in the season, this is the best case scenario that we have left.
No question.
To see that pay off, I mean, that's just tremendous. I love our kids. It's frustrating. We get frustrated because they're young and inexperienced, and I need to be more patient. But my goodness, what heart! I mean, just to show up and play, and they just continue to do it.
And definitely on a homecoming victory as well. Always said, it's one of those things that we said there was a lot riding on today's game. Not only the playoff issue, but your homecoming, and you got your alumni coming back, and everybody's really wanting that homecoming victory out there.
Well, the homecoming dance isn't any good if you lost it. We've been fortunate to not lose very many of them lately, but that is a damper on it. I mean, it is. So everybody will have fun tomorrow night. Which is great. Kids haven't got to have enough fun the last 3 years. I think we've got close to 400 kids coming. 80% of the school will be there, and that's awesome.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Of course, next week, Russell on the agenda.
Yeah. They got a win tonight. I think. I don't know if that's good or bad for. I mean, who knows at this point in the season? We're just excited to play.
Yep.
They're going to come here at senior night. Russell's a team that we play every year. We got a lot of respect for, and even if they lost tonight, they're still a good football team. That's some of the coaches in the area. I've talked to. Just trying to after we got this game plan done for Eastridge, just trying to put some things together for Russell. That's what we talked about. Like, they're good. Like, they are, 1-8 or whatever they are right now. They could be 7-2 or 8-1.
Yeah.
So we've got our hands full. They're a good ball club, and we're going to have to play well. But I coming off a win, and we get some guys back next week, and should be a fun way to end the regular season, and kind of see what kind of progress we've made.
Exactly, and then of course looking at the playoff picture now. Probably going to be looking mostly. What do you think, Breathitt County?
Yeah. I mean, unless I haven't seen. I think if Leslie beat them tonight, there'd be a 3-way tie. So you have to wait on the RPI. But I mean, it looked like most likely we were going to go to Breathitt, which we never played them. We got a real good relationship with the coaches there. So we look forward to that. It doesn't matter who you play. If you're in the playoffs, you're going to see a good team, and it's fun for a lot of our kids. It'll be the first time they ever have been a part of a playoff game plan. We have a chance to have some more kids back, and play. So we're just excited.
That's the thing. You're looking at 2 weeks down, or at least 2 weeks down the road. Plenty of time to get some people healthy and everything. Hopefully get Cole back on, back in game shape and everything else again.
Yeah. So we'll just take it a day at a time, but we look forward to next week, but we'll deal with that after the dance tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I've got to chaperone it, and I don't know. I'll be exhausted, I guess, about midnight tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure that probably the sleep tonight is probably going to be few and far between.
Yeah, well, we're going to enjoy it. Giovanni's good to us. They got us, coming down there, a bunch of pizzas. So, we haven't, this is our first home win. Our kids have never got to do that. And that was the thing we did before COVID, and they've always been great to us. And they've went, after the home games, but it's a little different, if you haven't won. So winning, everybody be there, everybody be happy. And let me tell you, no kids deserve it more than our current kids.
Exactly. I can remember our first district win that we ever had. Grady Lowe took us to the truck stop.
Yeah.
And it tasted a whole lot better, after coming home with some hardware and everything.
It does.
But, definitely, these kids, they deserve it. They played their hearts out there tonight, both on the offensive and defensive end.
Sure. Yep.
Coach, we appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you guys. Go Comets.
That was Coach Daniel Barker, head coach of the West Carter Comets. And, Jeff, that about does it for our broadcast.
It does. As we said, it's been definitely a temperature-changing broadcast. We went from warm to cold.
I'm cold. I don't know about anybody else.
Well, and then the Comets went from cold to hot.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. So, we kind of went from one direction to the other.
Yep.
And, you can't beat, winning on homecoming.
No.
We want to congratulate the homecoming queen once again out there. It's just been a great night overall.
Absolutely. A good day to be a Comet.
Exactly. As Coach Barker always says on the morning announcements and everything, Comet pride. And I'm sure this town is definitely going to be showing their Comet pride here tonight.
Amen. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, for Jeff Owen, I'm Chauncey Griffith. Good night, and God bless.
You've been listening and watching West Carter High School football. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Tyler's Pizza, Dwayne Settles for Carter County Judge Executive, A&A Porta Potties, Ashland Community and Technical College, Orcut Tree Service, River Cities Builders, State Senator Robin Webb, James Do It Best Hardware, Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff, Trey Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Easterling Photography, Callahan Excavating, Stultz Pharmacy, Members Choice Credit Union, and Clark's Pup and Shops of the Tri-State. This West Carter High School football game has been a special sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network, Manta Sports Media, and Cool TV.